Hello, welcome back to Karagor Studios Remnant Lunar Archon Session 63. Hope you're doing well. We're having a great time. I feel good. Hopefully everyone else does as well. We're moving into summer. Things are warming up. I have my garden in the ground. God willing, I'll get some good tomatoes and squash and carrots. Those are the main
I was
things.
like early, but no, you're south. Never mind.
No, yeah, I'm in the south.
I'm going in the ground tomorrow.
Technically,
next
I'm
week.
like 3 weeks late.
Next week it's going in the ground.
Next week yours are going in the ground. I hope they work out. I don't know, if you do what I do, I think it's good practice that every time I go out there and water them, I just say a quick prayer over the garden. And last year it did very well. So, I mean,
This
I
is my
blame
second year gardening, so we'll see how it goes.
God. Fun. If you ever want any tips, you can ask me, and I'll ask my dad because I've only gardened really for a few years. He has a green thumb. He's been doing it for like 15 years now.
My mother and my grandpa are my go-to source of wisdom for that.
My mother is not. She has a black thumb. She kills everything she's ever tried to grow. From herbs to flowers, she will kill it. If my dad wasn't there to take care of this stuff half the time... Yeah.
My mother's been gardening as long as I can remember.
It's a great time. It's good for the soul. And even if it's not always cheaper, though sometimes it really is, there's just something special about eating food that you grew yourself.
Oh yeah. Well, plus the satisfaction of it. Like, it's really satisfying. My peas are finally popping out of the ground.
Hey.
And it's just like, oh, they actually survived.
Oh, they made it through. Are they, I mean, we're getting a little sidetracked. I guess they're perennials. I don't actually know much about peas. But, for the Dungeons & Dragons side of the game, we'll actually get started. Don't worry, stream. It is in-game. It is 8:32 p.m. Friday, the 26th of May, year 417, post-Schism. Let's see who's giving the recap. It's Jack. If he's there, you are muted.
President.
Cool. You want to tell us what happened last session?
Yeah, sure. Well, last session we resumed our hunt for any sort of evidence to use against some suspicious characters. However, we were abruptly drawn to an explosion. The concert people, Garand and John, were magically teleported to where we reconvened. As we went towards the explosion, there were a lot of Grimm that we fought before, some new, and there's further noise off in the distance above clouds. However, Lady Sasha told us not to worry about it. But as far as we know, there's still noises going on, so that's where we're at in the middle of combat.
Yeah, pretty much is it. Y'all, the concert kind of finished, interestingly enough. Garand went till 9 o'clock, and then was teleported. And now it's 8:32, so do with that what you will. To the party where y'all have gone over to respond. There are a bunch of Grimm, big old Beringel, and then a few that y'all have seen before I think y'all have seen the Morbitusks once or twice. Y'all definitely fought the Terex before, and the Beringels.
Whoa, wait, we were teleported through time and space? Wow.
You definitely showed up 25 or like 30 minutes earlier than the concert ended. So,
wow.
Some kind of shenanigans happened, for sure.
Wow.
Okie doke. As we get back in, I'm going to go ahead and swap this over from the casual D&D playlist to the combat playlist. There we go. So, as the sky other than Mori's cloud that he has summoned, or not Mori, but Mori's characters, thickets cloud, that's the word, has been summoned above the area, kind of covering a bit of the sky to where y'all can't really see what's happening up above. But as y'all would see at the beginning of the turn order is Sasha. As y'all see above the cloud, like shine down from parts of around the cloud, is a burst of various of a rainbow of lights that pierce and flow around for a few moments before dissipating again, and it goes dark up there. That's her.
Micah, may we please have the battle map?
Ah, yes, I will reshare it. Forget that.
You can combat tracker too.
Yes, you can on the combat tracker. I don't know if you've actually learned this yet, Sam. On the combat tracker, if you double-click on your character's token, it'll open whatever map your token is on.
Sweet.
So that's always
no,
a good
you
backup in case you accidentally close anything.
So many to-do-to-dos.
The Terex, it is the Terex 22's turn. By the way, Jaislin, when you fell asleep last time, Gambit ended up flying into the air and decapitated one of the Terex, and is now off to the side, 50 feet up, flying with his wings. Good job.
Thanks.
Though
I didn't do anything. I fell asleep.
Gambit definitely did stuff. It was probably because I was rolling for you that you rolled so well.
Probably.
However,
Gambit never kills anything.
You do kill some things. However, let's see, the closest person. Ooh, so the Terex is going to be closer to Garand since it was taken down to the ground. Yeah, that Terex is going to, not even flying, it is going to, on its legs, step over and dash past the edge of the house, and is going to make a couple of attacks. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks against Garand. Hello.
Oh, is it?
It is. There's an attack that is a 12. The first one, as it comes by, it stretches out its long neck and fangs. It tries to bite toward you. You step underneath and slide out of the way. It brings down its left claw, trying to catch you on the ground.
Yeah, too bad, long neck.
This one does hit.
It's a reference. I have to be honest. I don't know if I have, since my last turn, used a reaction. So
let's see how far you are down. You were the last person before the end of the initiative, so I'm going to go with you probably do get your reaction back.
All right, cool. Then, yeah, let's go ahead and Silvery Barbs that and give him a reroll at disadvantage.
Yeah, I figured you would want to do that, so it just makes him roll another die and effectively get disadvantage, yeah? Or is it a full additional roll at disadvantage? I don't remember what Silver Barbs specifically does.
You must reroll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Okay, so it basically just gets a disadvantage functionally.
I guess, yeah.
That one does miss. It's a 3. As this happens, your Silvery Barbs, I always forget what the description for it was.
I shoot out electricity. I'm throwing electricity at them, and it zaps them to where they get like distracted. And then that lightning zaps back to whoever I give the advantage to.
Who are you sending it to?
Well, Gambit had it last, but since I was the last one to go and it regenerated, then that means probably Gambit didn't use it yet, right?
Gambit.
No, Gambit used it.
Gambit did. That
was one of the last things that I remember.
Yeah. I think I was the decapitation.
It was a free advantage.
I'm giving it to Gambit because the whole point is for him to be able to constantly get that sneak attack. So
what is the range on the 60 feet on the giving?
Yep, 60 feet. And then I can choose a different creature I can see within range. So can I presently see Gambit? I don't know. Gambit may be hiding, so I maybe not.
Gambit is currently 50 feet in the air and 15 feet away. My Pythagorean theorem memory says that it's probably just too far.
Okay.
It is dark.
Actually, it's quite bright. As partway through the fight, Doug cast the daylight spell centered like right here on the map. So you've got quite a large area of bright light.
Oh, that's why I killed it. I understand. I got the extra damage.
You did get extra damage. I think you dealt more than enough, but you did get the extra damage bonus. Because now you do have your Radiant Scimitar working fully. So I don't think you're close enough to Gambit to be able to give it to Gambit. Is there someone else you'd like to give it to?
According to this, I've got a 52.2 hypotenuse on Pythagorean theorem through Google, but I will take your word.
50 feet up and 15 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. If you're doing the math for it, go for it. That works.
All right, so good. Yeah, then I want him.
All right,
yeah, so
Gambit, you've been silvery
attack
bards.
on me.
So as it swings its claw down at you, you step off to the side. Coming from like the way that you move off of your back, the lightning strikes out toward the hand, causing it to pull the hand back from a little bit of the pain before the lightning flies up and then gathers around Gambit. And then its last claw.
Oh, not in my...
Come again?
Sorry. I go, no, not in my house.
And it's going to bring down the right claw. And roll a 2. Once again, you continue to jump around and move past it, this time taking a back step, closer toward the Borbatus, but away from the Teryx, as you fully dodge this creature's attacks.
Matrix.
Let's see, it used some feet to get there. It is... I'm going to say it's not going to move. Doug.
Does if Doug looks around, can he see if anyone is like injured?
I mean, you would if I wasn't in the ethereal plane.
That's true. You cannot see John. He is currently in the ethereal plane. Gambit does not look great. I think it's chilling.
Okay, because Doug is also below half.
It's true.
So,
I mean, you're only below half by 1 point, but you're still...
Yeah, I mean, I'm still in rage. I think that effect is still on, correct?
Yes, you are still raging.
Okay. Because I know what I would want to do, but since he's still raging and...
Your bow is back here.
Actually, well...
I gave him the bow. Remember? Didn't I give him the bow?
Oh, you did hand the bow back off him. That's right, that's right.
So... Doug does take the bow back, but he's still enraged. And the closest thing to him is this Orbitusk. So Doug is just going to charge.
Doug, is there any chance that your rage is like you have enough wherewithal in your rage to move into flank, or no?
He does not have the increase in speed from rage yet.
Oh.
I mean, well, technically I could manifest an echo and be within range.
Sure. You've only moved 15 feet. I don't know where he's trying to get you to move to, though.
Right here, the diagonal of me, the diagonal line. We'll put the Portusk. One more down. Where he has right now, move down 5 feet.
I mean, he definitely has the movement to get there if you wanted.
Like here?
No, wrong spot. One more back. There it is, that one.
Though direct flanking does not give you advantage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot. Never mind. So never mind.
I didn't think it did.
No, I forgot.
I don't run that rule. It's popular.
Yeah, so
I don't run it.
So yeah, I'm going to be up here.
Move up there.
And then I'm going to just attack. I currently have out the Solarium and Shield, I think.
You do have the Solarium and Shield out right now.
So yeah, just a first attack.
That is an 11. The first attack, as you come by, swing it downward. The Borbatus shifts out of the way.
You know what?
It bears its tusks at you, trying to push back.
You know, these things deal more damage than they should. I'm going to use a hit die to reroll.
All
Is
right.
that possible?
Do you remember how to change the hit die without healing yourself?
I forgot. Do I right click it?
So to change the hit die, you press the magnifying glass by your class and level on your main page, and then you write the new number into the used hit die.
I see. Wait.
Are you going to add a D10 or a D12?
Well, my roll was 4 plus what, 6?
4 plus 7 is what you rolled. So you're at 11.
So
Yeah.
the smallest one.
Okay, so you're going to use the fighter one. So you can change that number from 2 used HD to 3 used HD. Yep. And then
So
go ahead
that
and roll
should
the
work.
D10.
D2. Did that show up?
It did not.
That's great.
That is a 5. Let me double check the Borbotas, but I'm pretty sure that hits. That does hit. So as you strike down toward it, it brings up its tusk, pushing against the blade. You manipulate the magnetism of the blade to increase the pressure, and it actually cuts through part of its tusk, striking in toward it. Roll damage.
Woo!
Deals max damage. Did this one already get its thing? I don't know if this one got relentless yet.
I don't think it did.
I don't think it did. So it's going to go down to 1 hit point instead of down to 0. As you
Yep,
strike
and
down
this-
into it and actually slash in through part of its mouth, through part of its mask, blinding its left 2 eyes.
Wait, why did that?
Oh, because it thought that it was down. So the first roll was the 7, so that does still hit. I love that that's a thing. I don't remember which thing I got, but or if it's just what Fantasy Grounds does now. When it does advantage or disadvantage, it'll tell you which die came first, so that we can just know even if we do it on accident. So that would have been the 7 first, so you will still hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do I have to if it's back to 1 HP?
I mean, technically no, I just thought it'd be fun. If you want to roll damage. I want to roll the die. I mean, normally people like to roll dice, but if you don't like to roll dice,
You
don't
can
have to.
see how efficiently you eviscerated it.
Well, I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I can get rid of a low roll since I just rolled a 6. And for some reason, it's not, like, I drag it over, and let me try this again. Did this work?
Does work. As you strike into it, you press against its eyes, then you keep pushing the blade downward and cut through its head, where it falls to the ground. The black ichor-like blood draining for a few seconds before the entire thing turns to ash.
Okay, so that was my 2. I'm still going to move.
Was that 2 attacks, or was that? I think that was just 1 attack. Is your magnetism?
No, that was 2, because the first one
That's
brought
true.
it back to 1.
It did get back to 1. All right, so that is both your attacks.
So
John, you're
I'm
on
going
deck.
to move the other 15 feet over here.
Okey-doke, I'm gonna put you on a proper
And
space.
then-
Are you getting on the barrels and crates there?
No need. Then I'm going to manifest an echo,
Alrighty, where are you
Right.
putting them?
right above Garon.
Above me, like he's floating over my head.
Which kind of above?
Sure, like we're wearing a trench coat. Yeah.
Me too.
Well, how tall is the Terex?
Carix is about 10 feet, 12 feet tall.
Then yeah, it's just gonna be right above Garon, like attacking from above while Garon takes its ankles out.
Very nice. I'm putting him like half
Um,
over. And I think that's all your stuff. That's all your movement and your bonus in action. So it is,
Yep.
should be John's turn. Is it the end of your turn when you go back into physical plane, or?
Yes. So I had a question about that.
Okie doke.
Is the party able to hear me at all?
While you are in the ethereal plane, no.
Okay, never mind then. Then I guess I'm just gonna move over here, and end my turn because there's nothing else I can do.
Fair enough. You've gotten out of jail free a little bit as you run back toward Thicket, where at the end of your turn you will rematerialize on the material plane behind Thicket. Oh. That is Grace's turn. Gambit, you're on deck. Grace is going to see what's going on, seize the opportunity as she is going to move here, run and jump off of the crates behind you, bonus action dash. Might as well get all the way over. Bonus action dash, running and jumping by, and as she comes down, she is going to pull out her very stiletto-like dagger with a triple prong, and is going to attack. That is a hit. The odds are she will not get a nat 20 at any point with this, which means she doesn't get to do the one thing her dagger does. That is 17 points of damage, cutting down into it, and Constitution saving throw. It fails, so it's going to take a whole bunch of poison damage.
Woohoo!
And is going to die as she comes down, sliding by y'all. She stabs the dagger into its neck, which she can't really slide down because of the shape of the dagger, but flips onto its back before hopping off, as the Teryx falls to the ground, like its head falling next to Garand, or it then begins to ash away as well.
Ron gives a little clap.
Appreciate it.
And then the echo just kind of shrugs and like relaxed on Grun's shoulder.
Gambit, you are 50 feet in the air. There is a Teryx 40 feet in the air, so 10 feet below you, roughly 35 feet away. You have 60 feet of movement. There is a big Beringel. There are people down below. What would you like to do? You do have free advantage. It's unmuted if you don't know.
She didn't fall asleep again, did she?
How? No, not yet.
Not yet. Thicket is on
Not
deck.
yet.
Whoever wants to end up picking Thicket's target.
Sugar. Get some sugar.
Where is... How bad looking is this Teryx?
It hasn't been hurt
14.
very much. It's been hit by a little bit of lightning from Thicket, but besides that, it hasn't been harmed.
And the Beringel also looks pretty...
I don't think anyone has
Healthy,
taken
right?
a shot at the Beringel. No one has taken a shot at the Beringel.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna go with what the closest danger looks like.
Toward it, and presumably you going down 10 feet, or you're gonna fly above it and attack it, or what? Is aerial combat.
I'm going to fly above it and try to knock it down
Stay above
with
it,
my sneak attack.
Alright, make the attack first, because you have to hit.
Unique up
And my
on it.
radiant material.
Go with a spit of an arc. Gambit
Oh.
flies up, twisting in the air, before swinging down with the blade. Gets a 23 to hit, roll damage with sneak attack.
Hello?
Is that diegetic humming here?
What?
Gambit
Where
having
is
a bit of
my sneak? Oh, there it is. Did things get
diegetic
reorganized?
universe?
What was that?
Okay. Okie dokie, I found it. Nope, that's the roll again. This is to do damage.
Deals a total of 21 points of damage as you, coming over it, y'all see Gambit spin in the air, sliding, basically going like right over its back, spinning, cutting through its back, and a tornado slicing the blade along its back as it squeals in pain as it tries to turn around and look toward you. You have another 25 feet of movement if you'd like to use it. You will potentially take an attack of opportunity if you try to fly away, but you can potentially try to fly.
You know what?
And we have a Mori.
Oh, wait.
You're
Look.
on deck, Mori.
Just in time. I have 11 HP.
Call lightning.
I don't have. Wait, can I disengage? Bonus
You
action
do have a
disengage.
bonus action. You could bonus action disengage.
Bonus action disengage. No hide.
All right, where are you moving to?
Hello, friends.
Moving back
Right
to
there.
25 feet. Twisting back and flying back away. You are only 5 feet higher than it, but that far away. As you are now 45 feet above Grace. That is your turn now. It is the Teryx. The Teryx is going to turn toward you from its pain, and it is going to fly at you and attempt to make some attacks, I believe. So it will attempt its revenge. As it does.
Attack of opportunity. No, never mind. Ha ha ha.
By whom? It is going
Garand.
to. Yeah, from all the way down there. It is going to try to attack you with 3 attacks. It is going to rise up to be on level with you. First is a bite attack.
Wait a second.
Misses.
Never mind.
The second attack is a claw attack.
Not the claw. No. Come on, don't hit. Flub.
Okay.
Be a flibbity gibbet.
That is going to hit.
Okay. Uncanny dodge. This one.
Okey-doke, so I will go ahead and half damage.
Does that
on
have
that.
3 attacks?
It does.
It does.
Have 3 attacks.
Or... Okay.
Half damage.
I might survive this.
Take 9
Oh, and
points of
then I'm gonna
damage.
fall.
No, 9 down to 4.
Oh, Gambit is dead.
You have 7 health left, and it is going to make another claw attack. That is going to hit.
Oh boy.
Oh no. I should have flown down.
Oh no!
As Gambit is struck, as this Teryx flies toward you, the first bite attack, you shift out of the way. The black... Are your wings of flying, are they feathered or leather? I believe they're
I don't know.
feathered. As the black feathered wings twist around you as it tries to attack you, the bite attack, you dodge out of the way. Its claw attack, it brings down. You actually manage to shift and like push away from its claw, still taking some of the damage with your aura before the other claw comes down. You're not able to move down in time as it strikes you in the chest. As Gambit...
Does Lady catch him?
Gambit goes unconscious and begins to fall.
I would like to ask a rather probably unimportant question at this moment, but can we make Gambit's wings be gossamer since he's like a moth faunus?
Somewhere?
Yeah, the like an actual like moth's wings, not feather, not leather, but gossamer.
Yeah, sure. As the black moth-like wings twisting out around you, as we'll say the wings kind of adjust themselves to the owner.
Small victories.
As it strikes you out of the air, it is then the Berengel's turn, as it is going to... Person it can see best from where it is, as it is going to continue to walk forward. It is going to use 30 feet of its movement, as it is going to begin crushing these houses around it, as it is pushing forward. Let me make sure it's on a proper space.
Does fall damage not affect you after you're unconscious?
It does, he just hasn't fallen yet. That happens
Oh.
on his turn.
Well, Lady's gonna catch him, right?
He breaks through these houses. It pulls a chunk of the house to its right, a huge piece of the roof, and it turns and throws it at Doug.
Is it throwing it at Shadow Doug that's above?
No, I was going to throw it at regular Doug.
Okay.
Why would it go after regular Doug? That's in the corner.
You have an interesting point, though. Well, I guess that's
You said technically
Roll a
technical closest would be the
flip a coin. Flip a
Right?
coin.
I guess you can flip a coin between me or flying Doug.
The flying Doug or regular Doug?
Or flip a coin to see which Doug it is.
It's regular Doug. As it is going to
Oh,
throw the rock. Hey
we
Doug,
tried.
here's an attack. So as it throws it,
Wait. Did it hit?
as it throws it, you hear footsteps on the roof behind you, and moving, kind of jumping off the roof and landing in front of you as he falls, his shield up, as the part of the building seems to almost attract itself toward him, as you see this green fire stretching around this shield and this character covered in armor. As
Bail!
Maverick appears,
Aww.
and he is going to take the attack. But he has resistance to it because it's a ranged attack, and he has resistance to all ranged attacks because of his magic shield. He takes 16 total points of damage as he falls in front of you. The part of the house flying toward him, the spider-like shield in front of him, bursting with flame as the house strikes into it. The shield almost seems to repulse the strike itself as the entire part of the house shatters as he then lands in front of you. Sorry I'm late. I can't fly.
Dude have like an Iron Man nanosuit here.
I mean, yeah, he's working on it. You haven't got to interact with Maverick much, have you?
Not really, no.
I'm gonna reshare his picture in case you haven't really seen it.
Maverick was our tank.
Maverick was the tank, and he is doing a little bit of his effort here while y'all are still in town. So I was like, yeah, it's an opportunity.
Well, like, you know, it's always fun to have, like, you know, favored characters come back. It's good.
Image. Maverick. Gonna go with Maverick. This new version we made as this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Lands, striking the part away. The Beringel is going to continue to move because it has a little more movement, as it is going to get all the way up to here. Its other hand grabbing and pushing the tree out of the way. Pretty much uprooting it entirely as it has just kind of walked through the house next to him. Thicket. And Garand is on deck.
Okay. Considering I only cast Call Lightning once, and then I just concentrate on it, and like I can use my action to do the thing again.
That's correct.
Does that mean I can cast Healing Word and use Call Lightning in the same turn?
Healing Word is a bonus action, so yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm gonna Healing Word Gambit, and
you are currently, even Pythagoras couldn't save you from this. You are 70 feet away, and he is 45 feet up.
well, I can walk.
Okay, that'll help.
It'll help a little.
It'll help a little. I think Healing Word is 60 feet, yeah?
Yeah.
Pythagoras over there, get your thing ready. We're gonna need to know.
Yes, it's 60 feet.
Okay.
I-
Where are you moving to?
I will say that
you said I'm like 70 feet away.
Yes. Are you on fantasy rounds yet?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna like go here, ish.
like I will say like John just like
Okay.
avoided death and like
That'll
tried
put
to come.
you 60 feet away and him 45 feet up.
And that's gonna be too much. You're gonna have to go at
You
least
need
like
to be
4.
within
Oh.
30 feet laterally.
Within
To be-
60 feet total, like 30 feet laterally, yeah.
30 feet
Like,
laterally.
I didn't realize he was in the air.
Yep.
What? However close I need to be to use Healing Word on Gambit.
Okay, we'll move you as far as you can then. See how it works.
I have
That's
what's
more
it
than 5.
called? Feline Agility if we need.
No, that's still too far.
You may want to
No.
feline agility because your base movement
Yeah.
isn't far enough.
No, that's fine right there. 45, 45. That's
We
fine.
can
45,
Feline
40,
Agility.
is it?
Oh, no, I'm wrong. No, 63, 64. Nope, you gotta go.
You gotta go a bit further. But if you make,
Yeah.
5, 10 feet further, you'll be close enough?
I think it's 10.
10
Alright.
I think
I
I'm
have
good
60
enough.
feet of movement.
Yeah,
Just
you have,
put me close
30
enough.
more. Boom. You're close enough, and you're gonna have 20 feet if you want to move back. But you are close enough.
Yep, 30. That'll do it.
Okay.
Go ahead and heal him.
That'll do it.
Math in D&D.
If it was 5 less,
Listen.
like, it would have been still just over. So that's that.
Okay. Healing
Wait,
word.
that's- Oh no, that's it only measures lateral. The thing doesn't account for height. Cool. It'd be neat if it did. If targeting would account for height, but it's not implemented. Gambit, wind is rushing past. As I'll say, you've moved like 10 feet down before you gain consciousness. As wind is rushing past, as the ground is rapidly approaching you as you wake back up.
Boy.
That's so cool.
And you have an action
Quick,
and 20 feet left.
engage your core.
Okay, I'm gonna hit like right with Call Lightning. I'm gonna hit like right in between the Terex and the Beringel and see if I can hit them both.
Because it's a vertical, basically, line down the middle, I'm going to say yes. That's what I did last time, so go ahead and target both.
This house is on fire.
Actually, it's the other houses that are on fire over there.
It's about to be this one too.
This neighborhood's on fire.
Any chance that this thunderstorm's starting to create rain?
No, because it's a very localized thunderstorm. It is like 60 feet diameter. Let's
Alright.
see. So the
roll.
Beringel succeeded, the Terex failed. The Terex takes the full 11, or the full 22. The Beringel takes 11 as the lightning strikes down. As it strikes into the Beringel, though, it kind of moves into the wood, lighting some of the wood on fire, but taking some of the damage from it. As the Terex is struck with some of it, the Terex is kind of trying to keep itself up in the air, but it's having a hard time.
Okay. Well, now I'm gonna back up as much as I
Good
can.
plan.
Fair enough. You got 20 feet of movement, and then Garon, you're going to be up.
We'll do that.
All right. I'm going to trust in my dear friend Gambit for his turn. I will move the Brine effect with my bonus action.
Yeah. Who are you targeting?
Uh,
The Beringel.
and
Advantage on strength, which is probably good. It's got a big strength score.
and I'm going to Eldritch Blast, but I'm going to first try to Eldritch Blast with the first attack against Terex 14.
Okay. As you point upward, you shoot the bursts of lightning.
And yes,
As it strikes into it, it pierces through the side, actually cutting through one of the Terex's wings. As it fails to continue to fly, as it begins to fall, turning to ash as it does. Just
Beautiful.
before striking into the stone.
all right. Gambit, wake up, mate. You need to get in here. We can't be falling asleep on the job now. Lols, jokes about last week. Anyway. Let's go! Go! Let's go!
You point right toward its mouth as it begins to roar at you all.
Oh man, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Dealing 21 points of damage as it strikes into it. As you can see, actually on the left side, where the reddish light is pulsing through, it cuts right through the edge of its mouth, actually blowing out part of its face.
That's beautiful. Let's go. All right.
And
with
you
my-
have movement.
I want to stay relatively close to Gambit in case he falls again. So I'm actually gonna go over that way.
Fair enough.
And yeah, I still got my healing stuff ready, but I was like, man, if I could pull this off and kill off that one and hit this dude, that's gonna be a good turn. But that turned out even better. So, dope. Excitement.
Let's see, there is another major burst of light from above the clouds. And it's Maverick's turn. What would y'all like Maverick to do? Would y'all
Roar.
prefer magic or punch? You said
I don't.
He tanks,
is-
right?
he does tank.
What are the options? I only know punch.
Fine, I will do I will just do Maverick. It's there's only so much time left in this fight.
Does
anyway.
he do?
Oh, we lost a. There he is.
I said roar.
Just say
give-
roar.
Oh, draconic roar.
Yeah, to give everybody.
That was
a
pretty
chance.
nice.
You know, that's a fair point.
Plus, it's a good entrance for him.
He
You know.
is going to move toward the beast, letting out this, despite his size, this large roar that is going to, yeah, it just gives you and your allies have advantage on attack rolls. That's crazy. That's strong. I didn't realize how strong that was. Didn't get a lot of use. But as he moves up, seeing the kind of spot you made in the mouth, you see him basically cock his right arm before pointing it up toward it and shooting this small, effectively this small glowing bead that flies toward its chest, toward the opening. And he's going to cast Shatter.
Woo. Everybody gonna hear it. Good morning. Wake up, town.
It
Wake up.
succeeds, unfortunately. It takes 5 points of damage as there is a burst coming through it, burning off part of it, or like just destroying part of its body, but not doing as much as he would have liked. That is his entire turn. Doug. And John, you're on deck.
Yeah. So with the sudden appearance of Maverick and then his just battle cry, as Doug is like running towards this thing, he's dropping his shield and his solarium. Well, never mind. I'm torn because the Shattered Memory does 2 dice, but it's only half damage. I'll just keep the solarium then. But he is going to charge maybe like a little further down here.
That would be
And
into
then
a
his-
house that you can't really get into.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Then Yakko will be here.
As you move up to this creature that is probably like 20, 25 feet tall, standing up above, pushing the houses aside beside it.
Then I
This is Attack on
will.
Titan.
It really is.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
I will. Do I unleash Incarnation first?
You can unleash
And-
information after the attack.
So, which one is it to where I do first? Or do I just.
What do you mean?
Because it was an action surge, so that just gives me another action.
Action Surge gave you another action.
It's part of it for free. Like you make the attack.
Yeah,
And
I think you just make the attack and then you can unleash Incarnation as part of the attack.
Okay, so it'll just.
It'll
Okay.
just happen.
which is good because if you kill him with one of your attacks, then you can save it for something else later.
Okay, so I guess I'll just do one attack at a time then. So yeah, let's just. That's not what I do. Let's do this one.
You had advantage though, right? Didn't
You
Oh,
got
yeah.
advantage.
So I guess one more for the first attack. Nope. Oh, I guess it does.
Woo! Let's go.
That hits.
He's big.
So
He's
First
big.
attack.
He's not that hard to hit. It deals 11 points of damage as you cut into its ankle.
okay, and then second attack. Let me go ahead and click advantage.
Swings its arm down, striking toward you.
Okay, so this is the second attack.
dealing 9 points of damage as it's flailing around with its arms. You spin and slice up part of its arm as it reaches
Okay.
down toward you.
Third attack.
So you are gonna unleash Incarnation then?
Yeah.
You
That
forgot the
hits.
advantage.
It's true. Roll again just in case of a crit.
Oh, does advantage not roll over to the next roll? I guess not.
Nope. Oh,
Nope.
almost.
But you
It
do
wanted to
still
be.
hit.
So this is the third attack.
Deals 9 more points of damage.
Okay, and then the fourth attack.
That's the.
So you are action surging then?
Yeah, I'm just gonna mark it off at the end.
Alright. As you do this, as the echo is shifting around, cutting into its right shoulder from the other point of view, you make another attack. Roll damage. Dealing another 7 points of damage.
Okay, the fifth attack.
Fifth attack. As your echo seems to be gathering its attention, making the other attacks for you, cutting into its chest, shifting around its arms, another strike. And I believe after this you have one more attack, assuming you're going to do your second Unleash Incarnation. If you want to Nova everything.
Yeah, Nova.
Yep.
Alright, make sure you mark off your action surge in both Unleash Incarnations.
Yep.
Let's do the last attack for the round. This one also hits.
Yes. Good.
As the echo shifts around, cutting through its shoulders, dodging around its hands, stabbing into the chest. It's taken a lot of punishment, but it's still going.
So, never mind.
Yeah, I think you're out
so
of
you-
things.
Yeah, I mean that's all I can do for now.
John, make a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, why am I making a wisdom saving throw?
Because I asked you to.
Okay. Do I make it with advantage?
No.
Dang it.
You are... It's almost deafening how loud your heartbeat feels. That it seems to almost be quieting the rest of the world as how large this creature is swinging at these new friends of yours. Feels overwhelming.
And they're all posted up like no biggie.
Sure, your friends seem to be doing quite well, but it's still familiar. And, would you like to give in to that feeling?
I'm gonna flip a coin on that.
What kind of a question is that?
I guess we'll find out maybe. So
I'll flip a coin on that. Hold up. Yes.
Would you like to give in to the paralyzing fear?
Sure. Why not?
As you take a deep breath, it's still there, but you're trying to control it a bit. As Thicket, John disappears out of your vision. As you glance back toward him, he's just gone. You're still on the material plane.
What?
Okay.
someone set up us the bomb. I don't know. We have no chance to survive. Make our time.
Okay.
You feel the heartbeat almost shifting around you.
I know what I wanted to do, but in this, with this new revelation here, I'm not sure. Hold up. Well, I guess, am I aware that this is happening?
You are. Kind of look around yourself. It's an odd feeling. You understand it, oddly enough.
I guess that would give me a little bit of courage. Hoping that what I'm seeing is actually happening. I'm gonna move over there. I am going to cast. Let's see. I'm going to use a hero point to cast Shatter at a 3rd level on the Beringel.
You don't?
How do I roll with the hero point again?
There is on your sheet.
Do I just have to click on it, or?
There should be an effect under the magnifying glass on your
Oh, I just have to
actions.
click on it once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oop.
Yep. And then, is this with advantage then?
It would be making it safe, so no.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you'd been making
Oh,
attack, you'd have advantage. But
Does the hero there?
The hero point doesn't. Does that make a difference?
Yeah, that's fair point. Hero point doesn't matter. I'm gonna remove that from you.
Sorry. Yeah, I forgot. This is a save, so it doesn't matter. Well, still casting it at a 3rd level. So
He's following your footsteps. That'd be an interesting thing though. Like, what about like using hero points to like give a penalty to their saving throw? Effectively, you're making your spell more powerful at that time.
I'll consider it. I don't know how it would quite work, but I will definitely consider it. It succeeds, unfortunately, but it will still take the damage as seemingly
right?
to appear thicket. Make a insight check.
Me?
Nah, thicket.
Oh.
Thicket can now see you as you cast this. You see an odd mixture of, as appearing out of thin air, striking his sword against the ground, the sound reverberating off the stone, moving around before seeming to strike into the Beringel and pulse around the area, dealing... Make sure to go ahead and roll damage. As you see John reappear with an odd mixture of seemingly fear and confidence. As it takes 6 points of damage, I'm going to go ahead and add a thing to your sheet. It's up to you if you want to read it out.
It's giving Miles Morales.
And I will go ahead and
That's
share it directly
Not
to
a
you.
bad way of putting it.
You have that now.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
If I accidentally used it this turn, does it still take up my bonus action?
No.
Okay.
Normally when I force narrative things, it doesn't take bonus action or HD, especially the first time you use it.
Alright, well, I am going to... Let's see, how far away is... I am going to pull out my pan flute and bardic inspire Gambit.
Okie doke. Gambit, you have an extra D8 you can roll in your next probably attack.
And that is my turn.
You know, as you reappear, it is Grace's turn. Give me a lift. Garand, as she moves toward you, do you try to give her a lift?
I'm gonna be very upset if she steps on my face like some kind of cartoon, but sure.
You pull your hand out to try and throw her as she jumps from you into the air, grabbing onto the edge of the roof, swinging her on to what's left of it, as she is going to make an acrobatics check to not fall while doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, you effectively vault her up as she swings onto the roof. As she does, she is going to pull around her dagger, which she'll actually have advantage on account of being a friend. And snack attack, because there are people nearby. As where Doug's echo was swung and pierced into its shoulder, from the opposite end, Grace turns and strikes her own blade, meeting it through the same spot in the shoulder from the opposite end. And it is going to make a con save, which is probably going to succeed. Yeah, it succeeded, so it is going to take, I believe, half? Is that right? Half or full? Half damage on the poison damage. Should automatically half. It doesn't fix it. It did automatically half, so it halved it to 16. That is her turn. Gambit.
Oh. No snake attack?
She did snack attack. That brought her up to 20 damage on her
But
piercing
do
dagger
I
damage.
have sneak
Oh,
attack?
yes. Well, there are a bunch of people nearby, so I'm gonna say yes.
Plus advantage.
Yes, you do also have advantage. There are people nearby. Yeah.
Wait, what did I get advantage from? Did you silvery barbs again?
Maverick has Draconic Pride, which I forgot gave everyone advantage
yes,
against
right.
a creature. Which, in hindsight,
That's right.
I'm slightly glad that Maverick is leaving the party, because that's really good.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's
actually.
really strong.
Okay.
Yes, Doug, it's
I
never the
have
same word. Snake, snack, snack.
advantage.
But never. It's very rarely sneak attack, though.
Can it be a snark attack? Can you, like, Gambit say something funny?
That's up to Gambit. It does hit. You do have advantage, so roll again just in case. I don't know why you had both advantage and disadvantage. So just roll one more time. For something was giving you advantage. Oh, for some reason you're still prone from being unconscious. Just roll again without advantage. Because technically you went prone while you were falling out of the sky. That does hit.
Gambit engages his core again.
Where are you? But are you like flying toward it? Like, how are you interacting with it? It is currently 10 feet below you, 10 feet away.
Going to.
Because its height reaches 25 feet in the air.
Can I like fly across it and then like slice it and then go over here?
Where is over
like
here?
on the top of his head? Like right there?
So kind of that maneuver?
Yeah.
Attack on Titan of you. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I wish my sneak attack was right next to my damage. Be nice.
You have allergies. It's okay.
As you fly past, swinging the blade, it cuts through the back of its neck, sending the front half of its head just kind of tilting over. As it begins to fall forward, Maverick rolls out of the way. Presumably, Garand is going to move.
I mean, it's going to turn into dust, right? So.
I mean, true. It usually takes a few seconds, though, so it might still land on you.
If I get a reaction.
I need a really good tissue after this battle, after inhaling all this dust.
Yeah, as it falls forward, landing on the ground as it, over the next 20 seconds or so, as the others, just like the others, as it all begins to turn.
So like the bigger the Grim, the longer it takes to turn to ash?
Seems to be, yeah.
Good insight. Good insight.
You take a deep breath.
Maybe this is how people keep getting Grim, is by inhaling it. Hey Thicket, have you inhaled any Grim dust perchance? Like a whole bunch of it?
I don't know. Maybe. We've killed a lot of Grim.
There's a burst
But we've
of
all
white
killed Grim
light.
together, so that's...
There's a burst of white light from above. As Thicket's cloud, it's still there if you want to have it, but falling through the cloud is the huge bird. It seems to be the same bird that Garand and John had seen previously. A huge chunk of its wing frozen entirely as it strikes right over here, crushing the house beneath it. As it does not move and seems to also be turning to dust. And Thicket, you would be the first to notice. Gambit as well wouldn't take long. As something else is falling from the sky. The small figure of Sasha Helene, her broom falling wildly next to her, is falling out of the sky.
Oh no! Gambit's gonna run to try to catch. Fly to try to catch.
Okay,
If you
make
can.
a dexterity check. See if you can get there in time to catch her while she's falling.
Damn it, you still have Bardic Inspiration, just so you know.
It's true, you
Okay,
do.
nice. What is that?
You can roll a
Actually,
D8 and add it to any attack, roll, ability check, or saving throw. You have it for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. I would like to roll a D8. Oh, rip. I'm
Well,
gonna
you
roll
got
a
an extra
D.
1 on the... Okay, you're also hero pointing.
Skills.
Every little bit helps.
Deception. Oh, it's on the main.
Yeah.
Dexterity.
Disgrace.
Oh,
See, every little bit helps.
So you do get the extra 4. That brings you up to 14. I will say it is as you're coming down to the ground, you're able to take most of the force as you land with Sasha, largely stopping her. But as you and the others nearby would see, she has this humongous gash, as if she'd been hit by a beaker claw that's absolutely torn through her shoulder, as she does not seem to be breathing.
Thicket!
Well,
As
whose
you
turn?
call out to Thicket, you and the others who are looking, there is a weird distortion, which kind of looks, as we would know, almost like a bug, or how in shows when they show something in a computer distortion, where it's almost like the pixels shift for a second of her body for a moment. And then as it seems to, as whatever vision it is, all of your vision seems to correct itself almost, as she opens her eyes and breathes, and her shoulder's just fine. She ate it.
I figured. I figured.
Need healing?
Huh? Oh.
Do you need healing?
She looks down at herself. A little bit of blood, but it doesn't appear that she has any wounds on her anymore. No, I'm good.
Immortality, it seems.
Not quite, but... time shenanigans. That's a better way to say it.
Oh, that makes a ton more sense.
Wimey.
As she just looks up at you, still kind of leaning on you in your arms. So, you gonna let me go, Gambit, or is this a thing? I
Sure.
appreciate it, but I think I'm a little old for you.
I think so too. Back off.
She stands up. Huh. Looks around. Seems like y'all did well. Don't mind. She will, kind of heavy breath, walk over here, pull up her hand. As a burst of cold comes out from her. Let's see, what is a cone?
Who needs healing? I'm in my Lucy Pevensey era.
Aww.
I could take some.
I need
Doug
something.
is at half.
I'm at less than half.
As you see Garon, as Sasha stretches out her hand, there's this blue, glowing, magical energy that pierces forward into this instant freeze, where all that fire is immediately put out, and the houses have some ice over them.
Gambit, John, and Doug, huddle.
Yes, please. I have 7 HP.
Healing huddle.
I'm one
Healing
trip and
huddle.
falling away from dying.
Ground's looking at everybody
Huddle,
like,
huddle.
wait a second, am I the only one that didn't take damage this time?
Stepping behind you,
I
I think I'm pretty good too.
Took a little bit.
How the turntables.
I'm doing alright.
I can't believe it!
Does Maverick need any?
I've never not taken damage. This is delightful. Is this what it's like? This is so nice.
Oh,
Gambit's like, shut up.
I feel
Doug?
downright inferior given the end of that battle.
I need to look at how this thing works again.
Let's see, Doug would have been close enough to notice Garon if he was paying attention, but I think he was kind of talking with the health and stuff. Doug, you would notice as Grace kind of quietly tries to move past Sasha, seemingly as fast as possible. Sasha says of her, "Hello, dancer. Good job."
What?
Are they in cahoots?
Sasha says over to Grace, "Hello, dancer. Good job."
Dancer.
It's Tiny Dancer. I know that song.
Okay.
Should I get back? Do I need to finish the show? Something feels off.
I have no idea. I wasn't at the show.
Okay, let's just say that I'll use 3.
Use 3
hit
HD.
dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Target John, Doug, Gambit, and myself, because why not? I can target 3 or 4, right?
Lunar Blessing, you can target up to your proficiency bonus, so 3 creatures.
Well then I'll just take myself.
And their regain equal to the roll of the HD, so it'll be the 3d8 plus half your level, so 3d8 plus 3.
Is this thicket thing?
Yes, Thicket will.
So can I add to that?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and roll your own d8, as everyone will heal an additional 5. As Thicket, you feel an additional pulse of power beyond what you put into your semblance. As once again, Thicket holds his hands together and creates the bead of white moonlight that pulses outward, healing y'all. Restoring your aura.
Sweet. Thank you, Thicket.
You're welcome.
I
Let me
needed that
see.
to pick me up.
Wait, did you do it twice or 3 times? What happened? How many times?
Did it once.
Okay.
Thicket did it once using 3 HD, because Thicket can expend, I believe, up to your proficiency bonus in 1 HD. Is that right? Or for 1 casting?
I think it's as many HD as I have available.
I have 80 of those.
Up to your proficiency bonus. So you maxed out at 3 right now.
Oh, you mean target?
No, the amount of HD you're allowed to spend on a single use.
Expend a number of HD. Oh, I didn't realize there was a cap on that.
There it is. It doesn't come up very often, because I don't think you've spent more than 3, but
I haven't.
it does cap out. I'm gonna remove the fire, because the fire's not there.
Can someone zip me back, like, I don't know, at the top of the stairs or somewhere like behind stage or something? I don't really know what's happening, and
Didn't we finish?
Yeah, but look, the time's off, mate.
I mean, you wouldn't necessarily know the time's off. You don't have a watch on your wrist. But you do know that you heard the sound 30 minutes ago.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's it. I mean,
Okay, that's right. Okay.
how
Wait,
bad
we
the
heard
time?
what sound 30
I'm
minutes?
gonna give another one to Gambit.
The explosion?
Yeah, there was an explosion 30 minutes ago that I didn't tell anyone about, and the one person that saw me nodded like she wanted me to keep going, and I was planning on going anyway because I thought we were waiting for them. I thought they were just doing part of the mission. It turns out this was the explosion, and the person at the bar sent you and I here. So I don't know exactly the time issue, but I can say that this has clearly not been going on for 30 minutes. There's not enough destruction and damage.
Wait, I thought the explosion was like the beginning of this.
It's the beginning of our fight, but it was not the beginning of.
Are we sure everything is over?
Garan feels confident it is. He's like, I think so. There's no more.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm hungry after that.
They'll look around, and Sasha has walked over to the hole in the wall, which Doug can just barely see because of the destruction that she's over there, kneeling on the ground,
Yeah.
seemingly muttering something.
Doug's going to walk to her.
As you walk over there, finding her, her eyes are open. She is whispering something as wisps of greenish energy are pulsing out from her hand as she has both hands touching the ground. The greenish energy is pushing out from her going along the ground and seems to be like wrapping itself around all of the pieces of wall that have been broken. I'm just gonna assume most of the people are walking over there at this point.
Sure.
And as it's wrapping around the pieces of the pieces of wall seem to be like breaking apart, turning into the sandy material that the walls are made out of. The effectively bricks of different materials and clay is like gathering and moving along the energy to the wall, as the wall seems to almost be putting itself back together as she uses this magic. As let's see, who is it on anyone's spell sheets? Who would know? Spell she's casting.
Advanced mending.
No, I mean kind of, but no.
Mending at the 10th level.
Right.
None of you are wizards, so no, none of you immediately recognize. But if you want to roll an Arcana check, you can roll to kind of try to figure out what she's casting.
Totally.
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna say
I don't know what she's casting.
Thicket doesn't know. John doesn't know. Garand, you've heard about this spell. Some wizards know it. It is fabricate, effectively taking a material and like turning it into something else. So she's taking the parts of the wall and using them to rebuild the wall using the spell.
No, that's awesome. That's brilliant. There's you're definitely shown why you are the leader here. It's fantastic.
I appreciate that.
Should I go? Is it all right if I head back? I would like to collect my winnings.
What did you say happened?
Well,
we kind of got teleported here after the performance.
You can teleport.
But it wasn't willfully.
No. There was a woman in green, at the bar, and I believe it was her fault.
A woman in green.
Yeah, she looked like a tree.
Did you just say she looked like a tree?
A little bit.
I mean,
you see the look on Sasha's face is slightly confused.
Can you pull up the picture of her again?
What did you say about... Wait. Did you say something earlier about the performance or confusion? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Listen, this is clearly not 30 minutes worth of damage and assault on the town. So, I heard the boom 30 minutes ago, but this is not 30 minutes, so I don't know exactly what happened, but I would like to get back to the bar, especially as I've definitely made sure that there is no way. There you go, that's the tree lady.
Ah.
I described tree lady. Anyway,
I think
she looks...
It's an apt description.
As you're describing it, Sasha, she looks confused, and then surprised, and then serious, and then just kind of normal, serious.
Yeah, she was with someone else also, some other lady. She looked all right. She looked like I think she had a harp or a lyre or something. But anyway, yeah, I would like to get back if that's possible. Can you send me back there, or do I need to get running?
I will be doing this for the next 8 minutes. As
all right.
The wall's continuing to reconstruct itself.
Is it all right with you if
I don't see why not.
Then I look at, and then as soon as she says that, I'm already looking at Thicket and Gambit and Doug. Is it all right if we leave? And I'm looking at John. John, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm. Near-death
right.
experiences make me hungry. Let's go get something to eat.
So, Thicket, Doug, Gambit, is that all right?
As you're explaining all of this to Sasha, Doug is just like taking in all of her like facial expressions that seem to have switched quite frequently. And he did not hear what you said.
Okay.
That gets just along for the ride, honestly. He's following whoever is taking charge.
Well, I think a few of us are going back to the inn.
Gambit, did you have the manifest? Or did Grace?
Destiny?
Manifest destiny.
I think Grace does.
All right, well, if it's okay, and then Garon starts leaving.
Yep.
Sure, Clifton
I'm coming.
Quest. Enjoy.
Wait up, Grant.
Yeah, I just slowly walk away in case anybody wants to stop him. That first 30 feet up towards the barrel and the blood area where we finished off that dude, and then it's gonna be like straight like beeline back. So
Bye.
Does y'all make your way back the other way? Who else going with them?
Thicket will
Yeah,
go.
well,
Yeah, but you would see as you're leaving, Grace walks over to
bye,
Sasha,
Maverick. Good job.
and she walks over to Sasha. She hands her the piece of paper and seemingly says some stuff to her as you're walking away, but you're too far away at that point to really hear.
Doug just kind of looks back, and then kind of looks at the group as they're walking around, and it's like, I don't know if you guys noticed all of her facial expressions, but based off of that, what would you say is her favorite food?
And on that wonderful note, I think we're going to take a break. As Grace will end up catching up with y'all, but I think we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break there before we continue. And if y'all want to answer that question, that'd be great
Garon says
roleplay, but I think it's a perfect spot
chicken.
for the break.
She likes fried chicken.
Fried chicken is your guess.
I love Doug so much. I'm so confused at what Jack was putting in the chat. Doug eyeballs Lady Mad Sasha / Gambit.
So when Gambit rescued, or I guess was holding Sasha, and like Sasha was like, just in his arms, just kind of asking, "Are you gonna put me down?" Doug is just kind of eyeing Lady, and then
In that case, make an insight check if you want.
Insight check.
It's hard to tell. She definitely looks very serious for the half of her face that you can see, because she has the kind of mask over her mouth. Makes it a little bit harder to tell.
Doug is still learning.
Still learning.
No, serious.
But you're the only one who looked, so no one else gets to know if she was mad or not. Which I love so much. That at this point, basically, Doug is asking for more insight checks, or as many insight checks as Thicket is. Despite being so much worse at actually getting the checks done.
But
I'll be right back.
like Thicket is more of like a lie detector. Doug is just more of like, do I sense what's going on here?
That whole fight was worth 11,000 XP. There were, let's see, it's people in the party, 6 if you count Grace.
I have not looked up what I want for level 8 yet. I don't know if I want a feat or not.
He is going to absorb 1,000 of the XP. I think it's fair. I might as well award it now, because you're not going to necessarily quote-unquote level up all the way, but I'll go ahead and give you the XP from it, so you're so excited. Each of you gets 2,000 XP from that, and from previous sessions, XP another 600, bringing Thicket up to 3,600, Garand up to 36,000 for both of them. Yeah, everyone levels up. Everyone will level up. John only by 500, whereas Thicket's over there leveling up by 2,000. Let me go ahead and check what the next XP threshold is. Let's see. XP from level to level. From level 8 to 9, you're going up to 48,000. Apparently, it's a jump.
So
Yeah.
the only thing that happens for a fighter at 7th level is they get to add proficiency to like any strength, dex, or constitution check
Okay.
that doesn't already use the bonus. Is that correct?
I don't know. I haven't looked at fighter 7th level. Let me check.
I don't see anything. It just says martial arch type feature.
Martial archetype feature. So that would be your next Echo Knight feature, which for you is
Oh yeah, that's right.
is it Echo Avatar? Yeah. Echo Avatar. Starting at 7th level, you can temporarily transfer your consciousness to your Echo. As an action, you can see through Echo's eyes and hear through its ears. During that time, you are deafened and blinded. You can sustain this effect for up to 10 minutes. You can end it at any time, requiring no action. When your Echo is being used in this way, it can be up to 1,000 feet away from you without being destroyed.
Nice.
Basically, you can just go into it and then move 1,000 feet away while being able to move into it like a familiar or something.
Yeah.
You can
Or you
be
can
that
take
one
the-
guy with Thor. What's his face?
That
The
guy.
dude that the gatekeeper, or the dude that guards like the bridge.
It was awesome. In
I
part
can't
just because it's Idris Elba.
Yeah, his character.
You could also go into a 2nd level barbarian, which provides you with reckless attack and danger sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
need
I
to
feel like
figure out what I'm gonna
reckless attack might not necessarily be the best thing, since I already can re-roll stuff anyway.
You do have a lot of stuff to help you attack.
Yeah, and like the party is pretty alert as is.
Well, danger sense isn't really alert. It's that anytime you have to make a dex save against an effect that you can see, you get advantage on the dex save. So if someone casts Fireball, you get advantage against the check.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, I have luck anyway, so I'll probably just re-roll.
Fair enough. It's up to you.
The only reason I think I would do Barbarian was to try to get to at least level 3 for like half damage on everything.
Ah, so you were thinking about Bear.
Yeah, but that's 2 levels of giving up on fighting, and I'm not sure I want to do that just yet.
Fair enough. And even if fighting doesn't give you, a big flashy thing at 7th level, it gets you another level closer to an ASI and to whatever other effects you're going to get, like Indomitable. Okay, I'm gonna take Maverick back off the combat tracker. He got his moment. He got to do a cool thing. That's what he was here for.
He got his Power Rangers cameo.
He did. Taking Sasha off the thing, too. Burned a lot of spells that fight. Granted, she doesn't normally have to burn very many spells on a given day. Let's see, technically her fight up there was worth 8,400 experience, whereas y'all's was worth a total of 11,000.
Wait, are we leveling up now?
You can. If you'd like to have the level by the next long rest, I did go ahead and give you the XP for it.
Oh shoot. I gotta look at stuff then.
Assuming you're taking a level in Bard, it looks like you're getting ASI, and then that might be it, actually. There.
Let's see. 8th level, ability score improvement.
And you
an
get another
extra
spell
4th
known.
level spell.
And you get a spell known. You get spell slot, spell known, and ability score.
Yeah. And I can replace a spell if I want. And then ability score improvement, do I pick one, or how does that work?
So ability score improvement, you can either give a +1 to 2 different abilities, or a +2 to 1, so it would go like Charisma from 14 to 16, or make your Int 12 and your Strength 10, or whatever other mix, or you can take a feat.
Well, it says I can't level up because it's not loaded.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
It says unable to import when I went to like level up.
Well, your level is Fighter 7 now, so I think it worked out. It did make your level go up. Let me see if...
Oh, do I just need to roll for the max HP or
I
something?
do think you need to roll for the max HP, and then it doesn't look like the Echo Knight ability was added, but I'll go ahead and just add it manually. Bonk, there you go. So you now have Echo Avatar leveled up, and roll a d8 if you would like to roll, or you can take the average.
I'll just... I knew it.
1, so your 1 plus con is 1, your minimum is, let's see, what is it, a d10, so your minimum is 5. So your minimum total is 5, it's going to be 2, so then it'll be a... So you add 1 for con, minimum 5, so you get a 4 in the roll. Functionally a 4 minimum on the roll, you are up to 62 max HP.
Oh, it was 64.
Yes, I had to lower it because it automatically does the average until you change it.
No, like 64 was what it was while we were fighting.
Oh. That is bugs. Let me drag the level up onto you again.
Man, there are a lot of feats to choose from.
There are. That's
Yes, there are.
strange.
I'm in the S's right now looking through them.
So you do get extra hit points from tough.
So far, I've written down 3 that I think would be interesting.
This is odd. Why is that not showing up correctly? It's not showing me your hit points correctly on the sheet for some reason. I don't know why. Added your average hit points. Not affecting your max for some reason.
Not weird. Haven't long rested yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Or did it do it backwards? Is that what you mean? Oh, yeah, I did do it back. Did do it backwards.
It's just the effect is supposed to go on, even if you don't get the extra hit points.
Yeah,
It's not showing his additional level.
that's backwards.
I'll play with it. If it doesn't fix itself, maybe it'll fix itself. I'll make a note for myself.
Let's see, my pack magic went up to 3rd. That's good. And then I need to add a 3rd level warlock spell. So when you're, and you can turn all my warlock spells to level 3
Look it up. Let me.
or whatever makes you feel.
So you added
Whatever.
the thing to your thing. Yours is also not showing the new HD for some reason.
I see the new HD, but not the new max. I see 3 and 5.
I'm not even seeing the new. Like, Warlock should have 5 HD on the class and level page. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
It's showing it down there.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I have 3 and 5 there, and if I have class and level pitch, it says 3 and 5 on for me.
Well, campaign's over.
Maybe it's just my side. Maybe it'll fix itself after I reset. Y'all can fix things on your side if you need to. I'll turn off and turn it back on at some point. Your patch magic did automatically level itself up to 3rd level. I do believe you get another known spell.
Yeah, one more known, and one more invocation, which
I think.
I have to. Yeah, I'm at level 5, so I need one more invocation. So I have to talk to you about how that plays out in regard to the extra attack that we settled on for when I go Bard 6.
Oh, did we? I don't think your Vibrant Mind gets an extra attack. I think you were gonna take the extra attack through the Warlock Invocation.
No, we talked about like how the thing that I was going to do doesn't seem to fit anymore with his character thing, and that a good just a good like off of hand replacement for the level 6 thing that I was going to get would just be the extra attack.
Let's see. If you want to wait that long for the extra attack, you can, or you can take the invocation now until you get to Bard 6 and then swap it.
Yeah, so that's basically what my thought would be. Is like
that'd be fine.
Effect-
You can change out invocations when you level up, so you could take the extra attack invocation, and then when you hit level 6 in Bard,
switch it back to what I wanted.
Whatever else you wanted.
Okay.
I want your guys' input on what feat I should take. I've picked out 3 so far.
You shouldn't
Well, actually,
steal people's
so
feet.
far. But like, I've looked through all of them, so 3 is the only ones I've picked out. Period. But anyways. First one I've picked out as an option would be Fey Touched because of the Sylvanas stuff. Your exposure to Feywild magic has changed you, granting you the following benefits: increase your intelligence, wisdom.
You'd also apply for you would also apply for Shadow Touched.
To a maximum of 20. You learn the Misty Step spell and 1 first level spell of your choice. The first level spell must be from the Divination or Enchantment School of Magic. You can cast each of these spells without expending a spell slot. Once you cast either of these spells in this way, you can't cast that spell in this way again until you finish a long rest. You can also cast these spells using spell slots you have of the appropriate level. The spell casting ability is the ability increased by this feat.
Worth noting, because it's the ability increased by the feat and you can't increase your wisdom with it, it would have to be your charisma or intelligence for the spell.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, that doesn't apply to things like Misty Step.
And then other one, what is Shadow Touch? I didn't read that one all that much, but you
It's
mentioned
the
that.
same type of thing, but for the Shadowfell.
I didn't think invisibility would fit.
Fair enough.
With
I'm just
Tigrum
saying,
stuff.
in general, lore-wise,
with-
you would apply to both.
Yeah. For that note, what I had in mind was Magic Initiate Warlock.
That would also work.
Yeah. And then, but I don't know if I want to do that one considering my charisma is super low.
Yeah, you'd want to take spells that don't require a roll or a save.
Yeah. But then this last one, which I think is super interesting, is the Observant feat. Increases your intelligence or wisdom score by 1 to a maximum of 20. If you can see a creature's mouth while it is speaking a language you understand, you can interpret what it's saying by reading its lips. You have a +5 bonus to your passive wisdom, perception, and passive intelligence investigation scores.
So your passive perception would go up to 23. At which point you basically just
Thicket would be the lie detecting master.
At that point, I just would stop asking you for insight checks.
Thicket knows all.
And I just stop asking you for perception checks and such. You would just have the perception all the time.
Is that the observant one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so good for you. Like, please do that.
And then lip reading.
Lip reading, something I am not actually all that good at IRL. Yeah, I thought that would be really funny and also a little bit OP, but also in like a lore accurate way.
I mean, yeah, it's hard for roleplay things to be OP, but I see what you mean.
Yeah. So let's do that. Let's do Observant. And I'll get +1 intelligence. Still a 0 modifier, I think.
Yeah, I think that might actually would either leave you at just 0 or would bring you up to 0.
Yeah, I'm at 10 right now. So it would be 11.
Nice. And Sam, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. Jason, are you around?
Do I roll something for my new HP?
You should, and then you're gonna have to edit it because I can't access y'all's HP for some reason.
Okay.
Like your new hit dice and stuff from level ups, for some reason it's not going
Is
on my
it-
end.
It's a D8, right?
Yeah, it's a D8. Like on the class and level page, you're gonna have to.
I'm not upset with that.
And I will go ahead and throw another druid level onto you. Which means you have access to even more things. And you can change the average HP roll from the 6 to 4, which does put you at the minimum requirement.
What? Where do I do that?
In your class and level page, on the main page. Under class and level, assuming you can see it, because I can't. If you magnifying glass next to your thing, it should show all of your hit die rolls, and you can edit the 8th one. Which for some reason I can't see. I don't know why, but I can't. Jason, are you alive?
No.
Oh. How's Undeath?
I have slots 1 through 7.
Okay, so you also can't edit yours. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up. I'm hoping it'll just show up after I restart Fantasy Grounds after session. But for now, it doesn't matter that much. Probably aren't going to get into another fight tonight. Once we get back in it in a minute, we will probably roleplay the rest of the session. Based on what I am expecting. Jason, are you taking another level in Rogue?
Yes,
Okay.
I am
Do
indeed.
you know what you're gonna ability score improve or feat?
I'm just gonna max out my dex. I don't have time to look at all the feats.
You can
For
take time
energy.
if you'd like. You don't have to do it tonight. Or you can just take it, because there's nothing wrong with having a 20 dex.
Well, I'm going to max it out or choose a feat next. I'm going to do both eventually.
Yeah, by level 12, you'll get to do
So
the other one.
I'm just going to max it out tonight.
Okay, fair enough. You know, I did it.
And I'll take a feat next time.
You know how to edit it?
Click on it.
Click on it and then type the new value. Double clicking just makes it roll. If you just single click and then type a new value, it'll change it. There you go.
Go.
Look at you. Your AC went up because of it. So did your attacks and a whole bunch of other stuff.
That was a good decision.
Yeah.
Look at
Plus, like half of your skills use dex, so
that.
you're now up to plus 11 on your stealth. Currently up to, you don't use it as often as you might think, but your charisma is currently plus 10 to your persuasion checks. By the way. Jack, are you here?
Oh, I can max for charisma next time.
Yep.
Okie doke, didn't do anything with yours. And Chris, you're here?
Yeah. I'm writing my notes to tell you what to help me fix, and then I had a question about spell idea I had and whether or not you want to chew on that. So.
Oh yeah, feel free to send me a DM for it. Now though, we're
Will
gonna
do.
go ahead and
Observant is not in
most
our
feats are not
sources.
in thing. I'm gonna have to add it, which I'll do in a few minutes.
There's like this page I'm looking at, this character level up. It's like letting me select a feat, but it's not there.
Just exit out without choosing one.
But I want to level up.
Yeah, it will level you up. It just won't give you the feat. Or at least it should. Did it?
I'm still working it out. Just continue.
Anywho, as we get back into it, bonk. As the party makes their way through the town, still relatively quiet, oddly quiet, even with all the stuff that just happened. But you know that a very significant number of people are at the inn. So as you head your way there, it would take y'all probably a good 10 minutes or so, bring it up to we'll say 8:46, 8:48 by the time you get there. Which Grace seems to be a little anxious to get there. Yeah, she seemed to be a little anxious to get there, as they could definitely tell. As you walk up, and I guess you'd ask, is there anything y'all want to talk about or do on your way there?
You said we're walking back to the inn?
Yeah. You may not want to do anything. I just ask for asking sake. Okay, assuming not, as you arrive back, as you approach the spot where the inn is.
Okay, so at a certain point,
Oh.
Garon's trying to pay attention to see like if he's still technically playing inside, he is not about to pull
A time travel shenanigans?
Right. So
Well,
definitely.
Let me finish the description, and I think you'll kind of figure out a little bit of it. As you walk up, there's no inn. There's a small crater in the ground of the inn and the surrounding area.
What?
It's just gone. The whole
What?
thing.
What's Lady Grace's
She looks absolutely shocked.
what's her reaction?
What? She looks to Garand. What did you do
Ah!
in my inn?
Where did all the people go?
I don't know if someone's in danger, I know where we're going next, and I will murder someone. So, look, these two ladies showed up just as I was starting to perform. I had a fantastic show. It went probably the best I've ever done, maybe the best anyone has heard here in a long time. And I heard the explosion, but I did not stop anything because I thought that it might have been them doing something that they thought they needed to do. So I waited until about 10 or so minutes before, and then I knew what I was going to do. And as soon as I finished my performance, John and I were teleported. The thing
Yeah.
is,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
the thing is that, assuming that we went to the explosion, there was not 30 minutes worth of time for damage and for other issue. So that seemed to indicate to me that some sort of time thing happened. I wanted to come back here as quickly as possible so that there wouldn't be too much of a confusion. So I don't know if you know what time it is, then maybe they've gone into a pocket dimension and they'll come back. I don't know. But if not, I don't know. That John, did you recognize either of them? Did either of them look familiar to you?
I recognize one of them as what was she again? She was a
Lord Lanairu Elrin.
she was like a performer in choral,
A little more than a performer.
or rather oh, what was she? Lord of something.
She was the Lord of Coral. Is the Lord of
Choral. Yeah, that. She performed a lot, but I didn't recognize the tree looking one.
All right. Well, yeah. So if you know of anything that they might do in regards to that, then
I don't know what the tree lady is capable of, but the other one, I don't think she would be capable of, nor would want to just wipe an inn off the map. DM, what is the timing of this? Like, has it been a half hour, or are we like?
It is roughly 8:52.
so about 7-8 minutes. So I guess we wait here for 7 or 8 minutes.
On the off chance that it's just disappeared, given when it will be back, I'm going to go to my house and change so that I'm not... She looks down at her roguish attire.
Ninja Peach.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that. Yeah, I'll be back. She will walk away. Thicket. Does it give you passive insight, or is it just your investigation and perception?
I believe it's passive. Sorry, investigation and perception.
Okay, make an insight check.
Insight check.
Okay. Though she tries to hide it, whether there's an in-world reference to Begotten with Ninja Peach, Grace does seem to slightly blush and hide it when Yevit says that, and then quickly leaves to go change.
Okay.
Also, John, you've taken some wounds. You look a little different than you did on stage. Can we fix that at all? Can we change and make you look like
Actually,
you just got off stage?
He's up to 46, so you might need to. And I don't think he went unconscious, so there wouldn't be a lot of blood or anything either. I mean, you could still try and make sure he's clean.
I can disguise self here and kind of try to disguise myself to what I was. That lasts an hour.
That would work.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Boom, disguise.
Ron looks down at himself, also somewhat messy.
No, remember I took no damage.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You didn't get hit a single time, did you?
Didn't get it at all.
Well,
Bro, this
Good
is
job.
such a victory for me.
and I think Gambit's back to his getting knocked unconscious every fight, because I think you've had one fight.
Yep.
At all that you haven't been knocked unconscious, including this one.
Maybe the
I think it was the bandit one you didn't get knocked
Maybe-
unconscious.
maybe the extra dex one.
I mean, it gives you at least one more AC. As you're waiting, and it gets up to 9 o'clock, you're all watching the empty spot. And there is a shimmer of green sparkles in the air in that space, as seeming to phase in from nowhere. The entire inn, including the area around it and in front of the windows, the inn and everyone who is there all reappear.
Okay.
As there is cheering and gasps of surprise, as just as it shifted, you'd be able to make out a puff of green light as the Garand and John in there disappear, or are no longer there.
Can I have tapped John and be like, "Hey, Misty Step," and then can we ready action to Misty Step? Like as soon as that puff happens, we Misty Step into that puff, so it's like we're just filling our spots.
Who has Misty Step?
I do. You don't?
Oh no.
Oh, I thought you did. You seem to be
had
like
something similar,
Okay. Well,
yeah, I could do the invisibility thing. Yeah.
or dimension
Just
door.
that. I don't have a fort. Well, I mean, does the level up kick in now or after the long rest?
Oh, it would be after the long rest. So yeah, no, you wouldn't have it.
Oh, I don't have a 4th level spot.
Okay.
I can do that invisibility thing and just
So where are you teleporting to?
back up to the stage.
Yeah.
Wait, where did we disappear from?
You
Right
disappeared from the stage.
Oh, then, yeah. Let's go back up to the stage.
right in that same spot where the puff of green smoke seems to make me disappear. I want it to be like I'm gonna try to sell it like it was like a finale of the finale.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There will be a moment when you are just not there, but you could immediately reappear there, effectively.
Sure.
So
Well,
Garand,
why don't we come back like puff green smoke and then come back around from the back to be like it was a magic trick and that was this is our final bit.
I don't know. I think it's hard to
plan.
sell. I think that's harder for Garand to sell. That may work for you.
I mean, we are bards.
you are also teleporting into there.
Performance.
You have been using magic during the performance, and you are teleporting into there. So, I mean, I don't know how hard of it is to sell that you teleport to a different part of the same room. Because as far as everyone in there is aware, you were gone for half a second.
Yeah, gone for half a second, but it could be
Okay.
a magic trick. Like we just teleported ourselves behind stage and then
Perhaps,
back around playing.
How about behind the bar?
Sure, yeah, there we go.
We'll be like, and if you want a drink to follow that up, and then we both clap on the guy. He'll be happy to serve you.
Okay,
kinda-
so Garand is
Yeah.
teleporting behind the bar. What is John doing?
Going invisible and running over there.
Okay, so you will take a few moments more. It won't be as immediate as Garand's.
Garant, Misty Step, you actually have to physically walk there too, don't you?
No. Misty Step, you
No.
just disappear and reappear.
Misty Step, straight up teleportation?
Yep.
I couldn't
It's a BAMF, bro. It's
a
it's
vamp.
one of the
It's straight up teleportation.
it's one of the best BAMFs in the game, bro.
Okay.
It's a bonus action BAMF.
Are you going to go invisible, or are you going to ethereal plane?
I can't ethereal plane.
You can't?
I think one of those.
Is it only one?
It's to one of my stats.
It's a number of times equal to half your proficiency bonus,
Half
rounded up.
proficiency bonus.
So 2 times
Yeah.
a day right now.
Wait, what?
It's half proficiency bonus rounded up right now, so you get 2 a day.
Where's my proficiency?
It should be on your main page. Currently 3.
Oh.
In the top right next to class and level.
Oh, well, I only have one on my action sheet, but sure.
I can
Yeah,
fix
let's
that.
ethereal step. I can get there faster if I ethereal step because I can just walk through things.
And people. So yes, immediately, effectively, as it comes back, Garon will teleport over. It's like standing like a leg up on the bar and tap on Gerald's back. As a few moments later, kind of appearing next to him on the other side, John shimmers out of the air, appearing as well. As you announce to the bar that if anyone wants a drink, they should come here.
Yep.
And there is clapping, which outside Thicket and Gambit there's a crowd. It's a lot of people that are here, and also the clapping goes on for a solid 30 seconds from the people outside. People inside that are, some of them a little more well-to-do, and like Clifton maybe claps for like 5 seconds and then stops. But the outside lasts a while. As you would eventually see hurrying into the crowd, moving around people, Grace does arrive back. Begin to move back into the party. As she goes up on the stage. That was wonderful. We thank Goran for his performance. We hope he'll come back to visit our town soon. For anyone who's interested in staying, of course, you can get food, drink. We can only serve so many people at a time, so please do be patient with us. And I hope it's all a wonderful night. It did turn out, the guards have reported that there was a small grim attack over on the south side of town, but our lovely lady did take care of that, and apparently no one was harmed. To which there's surprise and gasps at the announcement, but then a seeming relaxation and some additional claps as she announces that apparently Sasha took care of it.
Gambit's going to observe Clifton.
Alright, make an observation check.
What the heck is that?
A perception check. And well as Goran and John.
I thought you were going to do wisdom or something. I thought you were going to do
Make
something.
perception.
I'll both you also make perception check. John and Goran.
Hey, I can't wait to be terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't that great. Hey, question: are those two ladies still here?
So that's what the perception check is for. As you look over, they're both gone.
Oh, dang it!
There is no one in those seats.
Is there suddenly a whole bunch of extra gold in my pocket, though, for the performance? I don't know.
Who knows? Check your pockets.
Yeah, I'll check my pockets when this is all said and done. But I'm gonna go make my rounds now and shake hands and thank everyone for coming and hopefully enjoy the show. You know, all the schmoozing.
As you make your way around, smoozing the rich and the not rich, enjoying the people. It's not long, Gambit, as you're watching that Clifton and his bodyguard eventually do. They do go up and thank Grace for the performance and for the dinner before they do leave relatively quickly compared to everyone else.
I'm gonna sit down at the bar and get a drink and something to eat.
Fair
What's
enough,
that?
it's hungry. Which, of course, in addition, as with the terms, Gerald will happily serve you whatever you want. Except for the very expensive bottles of wine. Everything else is on the table. That's
Right.
why.
Wine is wine. The expensive wine just tastes worse.
I love that that's John's perspective on it. Is anyone else doing anything in particular? As the evening seems to somewhat wind down fairly quickly after Goran finishes up. Quite a few people outside don't seem to be interested in waiting around to get food and drink, and a lot of people go home, as it was easily several hundred people crowding around the building.
Oh, that's fun.
I think Thicket's just gonna go sit by John. He's like kind of in shock over how we ended up where we are right now.
Just the entire night is one thing after another.
It really has been an exciting kind of night.
Gerald takes
Back there,
a few
Thicket.
moments. Seeing Thicket sit down, he makes and sets down a glass of milk. Assuming you take a drink of the milk, it is slightly
Thicket
sweeter.
doesn't.
He doesn't.
No, he's just got that 1,000-yard stare.
Well, in that case, there is a glass of honey milk in front of you for whenever Thicket drinks it.
I thought for sure you'd want milk just to honor Cedar.
I mean, sure, but if you're out of it, there's only so much you can think about.
Oh.
All right.
I guess
Gambit
Doug is just
and
going.
Doug. Sorry, what was that, Jack?
I said, I guess Doug is just going to ponder. I guess just his social experiences from the day, whether it's whispering all the questions to Lady, while he obviously is oblivious to what they're looking for, and then also with the questioning back, and then I guess he notices Thicket's blank stare. Just kind of stares at Thicket for a bit. And you can just see like his wheels turning, but he hasn't said anything yet.
A lot of decompression. Gambit.
I think Gambit's just gonna go up to the room. He's tired.
You head up to the room, which after a few minutes, after things start to die down, the dwarf. No, it's not a dwarf. The halfling lady. It's the cook. I'm pretty sure it's the dwarf woman. I believe was the chef.
Yep.
Okay. She would eventually at like 9:30. There's a knock on your door, Gambit. She has a tray of food. A variety of things. There does seem to be some fine cuts of meat, some steamed vegetables, a few other things, some cheese that she just comes in and sets on the table in the room. I thought you might be hungry. Please enjoy.
Thank you.
We'll head back out.
Thank you.
Pleasure. The rest of the evening dies down. Is there anything anyone would like to do, or are y'all taking a long rest?
Gron would have at least said hi to the half orc weapon dude and the kiddos.
Go see keeping all my own names tracked is sometimes, let's see, where is it?
No, if you
Fabian.
Yeah, Fabian, yeah. And the nieces.
The kids, they are a little shy, but do say hi to you as well. But seeing that their uncle and dad are warm in their response, which as you come up, the Adrian, the brother, says and by the way, should be tomorrow evening when the fight is done.
Perfect. I love to hear it. Thank you, sir.
Happy to. It was a great performance.
Well, that's even better of a reason then. I felt so, it was one-sided, so now I feel like at least I got to give you something as well.
It was something incredible. I've never heard someone play like that.
Oh, honestly, a big part of that was John. John helped me out there and made things a lot better, so thank you.
He's the gray-skinned guy.
Yep. That's the one.
Some kind of gray-skinned half-orc or something?
Oh, honestly, I don't know. He's not really too open or keen about his personal past and whatnot. Don't know him too well, but he's been loyal in a fight and quick to help, and then he enjoys it and assists me in performing. So, in several ways, he's definitely proven his mettle.
As someone with a half-orc brother, loyalty matters more than anything else.
Here.
You have a good night. We gotta get the kids in bed.
Right on, yeah. Sorry for keeping them. You'll have a good one.
They're gonna remember this for a while.
I hope so. Adorable little tights like that makes it all worth it.
He smiled at Hannah and Willie. That it does. As they will take their leave.
And he's going to go back up to the stage and start looking to see if there was a bunch of tips collected or anything else.
So, beforehand, there weren't a lot of tips given during the performance because a
Right.
lot of them were nicer, well-to-do people that didn't want to interrupt the performance or anything. No one was throwing money or anything. But afterward, let me see. There is 11 gold pieces, 30 silver pieces, and 50 copper pieces.
All right. Any platinum or anything else? Any gems? Any magic treasure?
Nope, none of those.
Okay.
At least not up here that you can tell.
Okay.
What is that? 11, 30, 50.
Yep. In addition to the, I believe it was 15
Yeah.
that she paid you ahead of time.
Yep.
That's
Alright.
quite a successful performance, especially by normal person standards. At
Yep.
least with what you have down here. Which eventually, as you do go upstairs, as you and Gambit enter, not Gambit, you and Thicket enter the room, there is set upon the table a rose. A single rose.
That's Gambit, right? You're not talking about like when I go up.
No,
That's Gambit, right?
did I say Gambit? I meant Garand. And Garand and Thicket get to their room. Opening the door and looking at the table in the center of the room, there is a single rose set upon the table.
All right. It's a flower, so I guess it's for you.
Ooh,
Oh, you like flowers?
I will put it in my book.
Okie doke. And is anyone else doing anything before they go to bed?
I want to talk to Thicket a little bit, try to comfort him.
Y'all were at the bar together, so.
You look a little shell-shocked, buddy. You might need something a little bit stronger than milk for that.
What do you suggest?
A couple shots of liquor usually helps ease it just a little bit. In my experience.
Okay, we can try that. What does it taste like?
Oh, you're
You don't
asking me?
need to taste it, just down it. The taste is what matters.
What does that mean?
The taste is not what matters.
What does it taste like?
Well, it depends on the type of whiskey.
I thought we were getting liquor.
Whiskey is liquor.
Oh,
I'll ask the bartender for a couple shots of, I don't know, bourbon or something.
Okay.
General whiskey.
How much does Thicket weigh?
well,
Good question, actually.
he's about 2'3".
He's about 2'3" and
On
he's a
second thought, you want to go
2'4",
with the single shot.
and he's 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Half a shot.
Yeah. Okay, so you're drinking he's giving you, which Gerald will, after, if you insist, he will pour a half of a shot for Thicket, but he seems hesitant. And he asks, are you considered an adult for your race?
I think so.
Guy was almost killed. He needs this regardless.
I was asked this question when I ordered mead one time, and they gave me mead.
Don't tell anyone I gave you this. He pours the half shot. Make a constitution save. As you drink what Thicket would taste. Okay, so what Thicket would taste as he pours a fairly strong, what we would consider to be a fairly bottom shelf whiskey. To Thicket, it just tastes like straight alcohol. No other notes of flavors that Thicket can tell. John, of course, can tell more of the oakiness. There's a little bit of a cinnamon note to it, as well as a little bit of a mapley sweetness on the end. But as far as Thicket can tell, it's just straight alcohol flavor. Just burn. But you do manage to...
I'll pat him on the back. That's what a good shot should do.
I don't like this.
The point isn't to like it. The point is to numb the pain just a little bit. Bring you a little bit closer to
Is John
reality.
an alcoholic?
Huh? No. He's...
How does it do that?
He was
Does
a
it
soldier.
taste bad?
Huh?
How does it numb the pain? Is it just because it tastes bad?
It works its effects slowly. You'll feel better in a few minutes.
You're gonna feel tired in a few minutes.
My time as a soldier taught me a couple tricks to deal with shell shock.
As the night moves on, I think it may eventually have the... I don't know, do you eventually drink the honey milk?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, if you do, it's sweet milk.
Just to like get the taste of whiskey out of
You
his
need a
mouth.
taster after that.
You know. But eventually, y'all are taking a long rest, I assume.
Yes.
As we move on to the 27th of May, finally moving past Saturday. It is now the 27th, the Saturday. Over the night, Thicket sleeps very well, very hard. John,
John needed the shot too.
Yeah, you replay the scene over a few times, but eventually fall asleep. Doug's chill. I don't imagine Doug has a hard time going to sleep, and nothing prevails you in the night.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, Doug just feels like he slept walk as he, I guess, is realizing that I guess he can have consciousness through his echo. Just kind of does like a sleepwalk with his echo, but he doesn't quite remember.
As reports the next day of people walking home, seeing a glowing orange man walking down the street. How does Gambit sleep?
Probably pretty fine.
Fair enough. As the night goes by, there are no visions, no waking up to unexpected visitors, as everyone sleeps well and has a good long rest. The sun rises on 6 a.m. The 27th of May, Saturday. You all awake to whatever you'd like to do for the day.
When if Thicket's already gone when Gron wakes up, then he'll just go find him. But if not, then when Thicket wakes up, he's gonna be like, it's probably from the lady of the house, but you might want to go say thank you or ask her if she knows who delivered it, because it's cool enough that they knew that you like flowers, but to also give you one, that's very nice.
So I should say thanks to who?
Lady Grace Laponia. I'm pretty sure it's her that gave you the flowers. I think she just knows that you like flowers, so you want to. And if not, she'd at least know who came into the room, right? So.
Well, how sure are you that it was her?
I mean, she owns the place.
That's fair.
She hasn't she come to Gamut's room or something? Didn't she? Wasn't she the one that left the the invitation or whatever?
Yeah, but that was on his door, right?
Correct.
Wasn't in the room.
Well, maybe she'll at least know then. If it's not her, you say, "Hey, I wanted to thank you for the flower, or to ask you who you think might have given it to me. If not you, but it's just polite, to thank people for the nice things they do for you as well."
Well, what if I thank her and it wasn't her?
Oh, well, maybe she can help you figure it out.
Do I go do that now?
I mean, I don't think she usually shows up here until 9. So it's up to you. But I'm going to go take Jackie out. So if you want to come with, that's fine. Or if you want to go have breakfast, I'll come back shortly and have breakfast. So it's whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll go out with you and Jackie.
All right. And come on, girl. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Did Mike?
She doesn't get a point or anything, but you do take her for a walk. You don't lose her. It's not quite that bad.
Hooray!
Can I try?
To interact with her? Sure.
Yeah. Are we trying to teach her something?
I'm always trying to get her to learn, kind of more to trust me and things like that, so that I can help her to have more things that she can do in case we ever need her for anything other than just being her adorable little cell phone and scratching behind the ears.
What is something you guys have been working on?
Let me see where I have the tricks listed. It might be on her character sheet.
I mean, I can share it straight to you if you'd like. I do have access to it easy, but I know you have it down somewhere. I don't know where it is, though.
Yeah. If you could, please. Because I'm having a hard time.
I'll throw it straight to you. There you go.
Thanks. Okay. So, so far she can guard, fetch, track, which is good to help you. She can trip, sort of like wolves like to do. And she can even search. So, I guess the next thing would be maybe assist. Kind of teach her to assist, through distraction and whatnot, and maybe make it so that me or Gambit or someone could maybe have an advantageous strike, sort of thing.
Do you guys want to practice?
Yeah, I mean that's what I do. I take her out in the morning, and and I just do that, once a day, and try to work on my relationship with her. And then the rest of the time, it's either feed her or hang out with her, or take her out for before bed, whatnot. So
Becca will take a fighting stance and be like, "Jackie, assist!"
adorable.
Make an animal handling check, which as y'all go out in the morning and as you're doing this, a few minutes around 7 o'clock, fairly quietly, Grace would arrive from wherever her house is, because she doesn't live in the inn, would arrive and get a cup of coffee from the dwarf that works the mornings, and would take her seat by that same tree, that thicket, which you would see thicket. She stops and tilts her head at the smiley face burned into the grass nearby before sitting down by her tree and begins to read some sort of book. In the thicket, you have fun with Jackie, but you don't really make any progress on teaching or anything, but you do have a lot of fun as she enjoys playing.
I'm so
with
mad
you.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
You do...
+8. Wild. I almost rolled better than you. Almost.
You do have fun on the walk, though.
Did Ron also see her, or was it just Thicket that saw her?
Yeah, she wasn't hiding or anything, so you would have seen her. She's where normally she's in the past over the past few days. She wears the more extravagant, larger dresses. Today she is wearing a very simple green dress with a lighter green shawl over it. No fancy hairpins or anything.
You want to?
Sit some spot. Oh, sorry.
I was saying, here you go, Thicket. You want to now?
Oh, sure.
When we're walking up, I'll say, I'll cough
Thicket
and
will awkwardly walk over.
I'll cough and say, excuse me, sorry to interrupt.
She looks over and closes her book. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Yeah, you're not interrupting. I mean, not really. I haven't really started reading.
Oh, good.
What can I do for you?
I wanted
Thank you again for the help last night.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's absolutely a pleasure.
What can I do for you?
I wanted to ask if it was you who left a flower in our room last night?
I did not do such a thing, no. I was pretty busy. I didn't really do anything after I got back. I didn't even have really time to hide anything or in anyone's rooms, if that's what you're saying.
Oh. Okay.
Well, would you know who might be able to do that?
Gambit, but we keep the locks pretty tight. I made sure to get more high quality locks, so they're not particularly easy to pick or anything. The window's locked from the inside, so I don't. I mean, the lady, but I don't know if she would have left a flower or anything, but beyond that, I don't know. Sorry.
I look at Thicket. The Lord Lady might have left that for you. We can go ask her today. I have to talk to her later this afternoon anyway, so you're welcome to come with me then, or if you want to handle it sooner. But it sounds like a fun mystery.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I like this flower.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can hold it for you if you're worried for some reason.
It was just like, how did it end up in our room?
I mean, clearly, someone knows that you like flowers and wanted to give that to you.
Well, how do you know that that's what it was meant for?
I mean, there's no note. There's no other information.
It could be for anything.
I mean, that's true. We could detect magic on it if you want. We can, look at it alchemically. See if it's, like, an actual rose or if it's, like, secretly a very powerful potion or something.
I'm looking at my spells real quick.
We can take it back to the inn and discuss it. Maybe, like I said, I think we could just take it also to the Lord Lady Librarian, this afternoon.
Okay. You can ask her about it.
All right. Well, you want to go get some breakfast?
Sure.
All right. So long, Lady Grace. Hope you have a fun time with your book there, and
yeah,
it was a pleasure performing at your lovely establishment. I will be taking the night off, of course. Kind of keep them wanting more, sort of thing. But it has been an absolute pleasure.
It's been wonderful having you. And if you're ever back in town, I'd be happy to host you again.
You can count on it. And he'll start walking back with Jackie and If Thicket's delayed for any reason, he'll wait for Thicket. He's not trying to leave.
Garand.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for a moment. No, never mind. My apologies.
All right then. Good day.
Insight check.
And Garon wouldn't think to make one.
Make an
So
insight check.
Thicket saved the day.
She thought of something and decided not to ask it. I mean, it wasn't too hidden. Yeah, she wouldn't give any clear emotion beyond that. But whatever she was thinking of, she decided against bringing up.
Did she seem curious or confused? Or what?
What's the way to describe this? Because it wasn't really either of those. It was, I guess, curious is the best word for it. She seemed like she wanted to know something, but then decided against asking. Whatever it was.
Curiouser and curious.
Interesting.
I mean, out of character, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but but in character, I know what's going on.
I don't know if I'm allowed to ask retroactively, but I wanted to see if I could tell whether or not she was lying about having not placed the flower.
Insight check.
Hero point. One sec.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
Ugh.
She seemed genuine.
Okay.
You don't. Need to return to the inn. Would have been a bit until like 7:30. What are the others? And what of the group? What are y'all doing? It's an open Saturday.
Are the merchants?
We're leaving Tuesday, right?
What are the, yeah?
No, we leave Sunday, I thought.
About 24 hours.
For Sunday?
Okay, so we are leaving on Sunday. Okay.
If you don't want to go, else.
I think it's time to move on. Don't we have a party to go to?
Well, we're transporting the merchant people, so we have to wait for them. I don't think we can leave today.
Yeah.
I want to go find a market and see if I can stock up on some health potions, since I seem to need them. And I'm flush
Gambit
with
would like
cash.
to. Gambit would like to look for magic bullets, although I'm pretty sure he's already looked and couldn't find any.
Alright, so you're going to market. It is a market day. It is a clear skied, nice, fairly warm, probably 76 degrees. As you go to the market, which does have quite a few people. And the others, when you'll do end up leaving around 8 or so, you do see sitting beneath the tree is still Grace. As you'll walk, you can see the tree from the front of the inn. Let's see, you'd move on to the thing. So, which things are you? What all are y'all buying? I know that there is the looking for health potions, looking for magic bullets.
I guess I want to look for some magical weapons too, because obviously my non-magical weapons don't cut it against Grim.
So, as for
Literally
health
and
potions,
figuratively.
As for potions, there is an herbalist that I've spoken to before that does have potions. They are 50 gold apiece. As for magical weapons, most of the magical items in town are within Sasha's library, whether they belong to her, her students, or whether they're made to be sold, that is the only real place in town to get magical items besides potions.
You said Sasha's?
Yes.
Can I get like 5 of the healing potions?
That'd be 250 gold, but yeah, you could buy 5 healing potions.
Alright.
You have that
I can't
much money.
math today.
Well, fortunately, you don't really have to math. You can type 250 in, or minus 250 into the number box in the bottom left of your window, and then you should be able to drag that into the gold piece spot, and it should automatically do it for you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh. Well, that's good to know.
It's very helpful.
And then
Yeah,
I
you
guess
got. I looked at your sheet. Yeah, you got enough money to do it for sure.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Do you have any potions? Oh, you've already changed it to 5 potions on your sheet. Cool beans. And you have potion mechanic on your other sheet. Cool beans. Perfect. So just let me know when you get the gold pieces done. Gambit. You said you're trying to find magical bullets.
I guess I'll just go to the library. Talk to Maverick.
Oddly enough, though you've typically seen the younger students here, you do see in this case Catrian, the older faunus that actually performed the enchantment of the bow, is the one currently sitting at the front of the library. He is relaxedly sitting in the front chair reading a fairly large book.
Know anything about guns?
As he looks up, not really. He points his finger up and a little flame is created on top of his finger. Magically inclined. I assume you're looking for something?
What about what if I gave you like 10 ammo and you can make them magic so that they really hurt Graham?
Okay,
And within 24 hours.
it's a quick one. I couldn't, in that time frame, I wouldn't be able to make them to the point where they would be any more effective. Like you can instill a effectively a guiding ammunition to allow it to strike better, but in this case it would just be making them able to hurt Grim is all I could really do in the time. They wouldn't receive any additional effect. AKA, he could make them magic bullets, but he wouldn't have enough time to make them +1 bullets.
Okay. How much would it be?
Let me see.
Yes.
Mission is uncommon, so common. Given the pieces and the rush job, helped up 25 gold bullet.
Okay. I
mean, I understand if it's too much. It's magic is not
yeah,
the
I think I'm
easiest.
gonna pass on that and wait until I have enough time. It's not like I can't do damage to Grim.
And also recommend, I mean, if you have a gun to go with it, just enchanting the weapon itself is enough to make it deal damage. I wouldn't have enough time to do it, not for a proper weapon, but not in 24 hours at least. But wherever you end up going next, if you enchant the weapon, any ammunition that flies through it will become magical.
Oh.
So just for cost-saving
nice.
methods, I'd recommend that. Though, From what I
Cool.
understand, the magical effects are actually cumulative between the ammunition and the weapon. So, if you get both, apparently it hits pretty hard. AKA,
I will
the
consider
only
so.
magical bonuses that stack are weapon and ammunition. So a +3 bow with a +3 arrow gets a +6 to hit and +6 to damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your help and your time.
But you could do more. Good luck.
Thanks.
How'd the bow work out,
See
by
ya.
the way?
It was pretty cool.
I feel like that's such a Gambit response. It's pretty cool. Just like
Okay. Nice to know my work is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a little insulted.
Just a little.
Gambit wouldn't know any better.
Little does he know that that's like extremely high praise coming from Gambit.
True, he would not know.
He can make an act to be like, what does pretty cool mean?
Nah, he gets back to his book pretty fast. Like, he's a little hurt. But he's not that hurt.
Just a little.
Alright. That's those two things. What else are y'all doing?
Well, I want to go to Sasha's to see if I.
So you'd also see the monkey faunus that y'all had spoken to before.
Thicket wants to buy more incense.
Thicket wants to buy more incense. That'd be pretty easy, especially probably from the herbalist. I forget, did you buy the other incense from him here, or was that in somewhere else when you bought the incense?
I know I bought it in Vane. I don't remember exactly where though. Like, we're in Vane right now, right?
Yes, I think you might have bought it from
bought it
Sasha's, but you'd be able to buy a bit more from the herbalist. He'd probably have 40 gold worth, depending on how much you want to spend.
I need it in 25 increments.
So he'd have 25 and then another 15. Sorry, he doesn't have a 50 total, he just has the 40.
I can't buy it from anywhere else.
I mean, you probably could. You could check Sasha's as well. Checking Sasha's, because we don't need to roleplay through that, you would find that they have, especially after the amount that you bought before, would have an additional... another 40 gold pieces worth. So 80 total, so you could get up to 3 25 gold pieces sets.
See, I'll get 75 worth
Alright, so you get 3 sets of the incense and reduce your gold by 25 or 75, which I know you know how to do on your sheet.
And we say goodnight to Gambit.
Night, Jason.
Good night.
You went to bed. Oh, good night, Jocelyn. We
Sleep
will
well,
be
dreams.
ending
Night.
here in just a second, and then I guess we could end here, especially so it gives y'all some time. We will go. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. We'll go ahead and end here, and then. Is there something else you wanted to do tonight? Because what I was thinking was, we end here and then pick it up next time with whatever preparations y'all want to take before you leave Vane.
Yeah, so we can still do that, and I can still do my thing, and Jocelyn can go to sleep.
Yeah. Okay, you can do whatever particular thing you want to do tonight, Jason. Go ahead, and we'll still have it available if anyone wants to do anything else before you leave next time. So what's up, Grand? What you looking for?
So, well, I want to make sure everybody else is done first, because I know mine's probably going to take a little bit.
Well, I wanted to look at magical weapons, but I don't know if Micah has anything prepared for that. So
I don't have anything prepared, so we'll do the
We can
magical
wait
weapon
next
shopping
time.
beginning of next in preparation for moving on.
Okay, Doug, anything for Doug?
I feel like Doug would have went back to the blacksmith after making the special arrows again.
So you're asking to make some more great arrows?
Well, you know how like I think what Doug can make up to 5.
The bow can produce up to
Special.
5. They don't last. If you don't fire them, they dissipate. They melt.
Right.
But you can make them. Sure.
I think I would. I mean, so it's what, 24 hours or something?
It's every dawn, so they would come back already.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I think before departing, Doug would go back to the blacksmith.
Okie doke. You'd be able to find him there. Actually, he wouldn't be working. He would be around. He might be in his house or something, but he is not immediately working on something when you arrive.
Is he like visible, or is like Doug having to like knock on a door?
Yeah, he'd be around. He'd probably be out front,
Okay.
especially at this point, probably eating breakfast. He waves.
So yeah, Doug waves back and just kind of slowly, a little awkwardly, but like not too awkward, just kind of approaches and is like, like, just wanted to say thanks.
And he stands up, being about the same height as you approach. A pleasure.
But yeah, like the bow is great. We'll probably be leaving soon, so I just wanted to say.
Yo, we're talking about enchanting it. Can I see how it looks? How it came out? How someone else treated my work?
Sure. So Doug just takes it out.
He takes it from you and holds it and looks at it, seeing the ice and how cool it is to the touch. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad it's treated well.
Do you want to shoot it to see?
I've shot it before. Magic is not necessarily my forte. I like physical things, but I'm glad it'll get some good use. Make sure to kill something big with it, okay?
I've already done, and are you sure you don't want to? Because something happens with the bow every time you shoot an arrow. Just fair warning.
He will nod, kind of confused, take an arrow from you, and out behind the house there was a wooden target, and he takes the bow and shoots the arrow. It strikes into it, but it doesn't have any of the ice or any of the effects. Which, it occurs to you, those additional effects are pretty much... You basically have to be attuned to the bow for them to work. Is something supposed to happen?
Yes. And then Doug's like, may I?
He hands it.
So then Doug does the exact same thing.
The arrow you shoot is coated with a bit of ice that fires through, and then upon striking the surface, a bit of ice shards fly out from the spot and cover the wood. Ah, it's like you or something.
We'll go with that. I'm not quite sure how the enchanting goes or whatnot, but I have grown very fond of what it can do.
I'm glad. I hope it serves you well.
Yeah,
Remember,
so,
if you ever need any more weapons, feel free to come back. I'm happy to make something else. I don't get to make much fun stuff here. It's mostly just nails and horseshoes.
yes, and I remember Wednesday nights are pancake nights, correct?
Yeah. Anytime you're in. Right back in for breakfast night, or pancake night, whatever it was. Pancake night, that's what Micah said before.
If we're ever back in town, I will let you know a day or two prior.
Always happy to have you, as he holds out his hand for a shake.
And Doug looks for a second and then realizes, oh yes, handshakes.
He gives you a very firm handshake.
Shakes the hand and is like, yes, I would hate to miss out on a home-cooked meal, and or I would hate to miss out on one, first of all, and then the second one is I, I wouldn't want to invade into one either.
Well, you're always welcome, and I can't imagine you adventurers get a nice solid meal made with love, as they say, very often.
Well, I still have this displacer beast meat that, I was able to make here.
Hey.
But yeah, I don't know of anyone in our party that is is fond of cooking.
It is what it is. Not everyone is. Something I like to do on the side. Anything with fire, apparently. Is something I'm skilled with.
Nice. Well, just wanted to say farewell, and I
Farewell,
will.
Doug. Tell the others I said bye.
I will do. And then Doug just walks off.
And Garant.
All right, so I guess it would be the kind of thing where I'm gonna probably just go over to the leather worker, Adrian.
Yep.
And I'll wait for him to tell me it's finished. I think he said the afternoon, but maybe understood or
Timey-wimey stuff, yeah, you come by the afternoon. If we backtrack and do anything else that morning from what y'all decide, that's fine. Hey.
Okay. How are we today? It's all ready? It's good to go?
See, he pulls it down from the rack where it is, the fairly large pelt that y'all gotten off of it. He holds up. It looks fine, and as you kind of look at it, the fur seems to almost shift in the wind, even when there is none, and slightly shift around. Here, feel it. It's surprisingly soft, honestly.
Oh, all right. Well done. Well done.
Glad I could work on it. It's not every day you get to work on something like this, and I'm honestly just glad the solution worked right.
Yeah, no, you and your brother are both quite skilled. Are you able to perchance cut this the right way to have it? I'd really like to take it tonight if possible. I don't know if that's possible, but I
If you
really
mean like cut it into pieces to prepare it for leathers, I could do the cutting. I wouldn't be able to properly bind it together, but I could definitely cut it.
all right. So how long do you think it might be before you were finished?
With the like fully putting it together or just cutting it?
No, yeah, fully putting it together.
All right.
All right. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and pay you in full, for that, and I will arrange pickup from Lord Lady Librarian. She will send someone to pick it up. We will use a proper code word, and I will leave a page as well, like a letter or a writ or something, along the same lines. But the phrase will be no reward without risk.
Okay. So you do want me to leave it here and prepare it?
Yeah, no, I would like you to have it, to take care of it, and so that it's hopefully ready by tomorrow evening. And I will have some come tomorrow evening to pick it up from you. But in order for you to feel confident in whom you're going to deliver it to, and in order for them to be confident that
reward
their
without risk
item, no reward without risk. And I will also give them a writ saying that this is the person that I wanted to do this. So,
okay.
I want to be above board as possible on this, because like your brother's fantastic bow, I'm going to have this also enchanted.
Oh.
So,
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's displacer beat stuff. I imagine it's probably really good for magic things.
I'm hoping. I really, honestly, if we had more time here, I would find a way to get at least 2 more gifts, but we don't. So, this is all I have time for. but you have been fantastic. What is the rest of the? What else do I owe you then? What is the rest of the price? I believe I gave you some as a holdover to show that I was serious. And we will say, since you did such a fantastic job, just keep that as tip, and just tell me what the final price is.
What a good question. What did I say it was?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think originally you said 150 for materials and time and effort because it was such a rare thing. And then if it didn't turn out, then he wasn't going to charge me. I think that's what you said, but
I feel like it was probably closer to 100, and then you wanted to give him a down payment of like 50, maybe.
Okay.
Or was it either that, or it was 50 and then 25?
How about then you go back and wait, and then or you go back and look.
Yeah, and we can finish the payment later.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
No, I'm pretty sure we gave it to him right when we got back, so it would have been what?
Yeah, it would have been about 4 or 5 sessions ago. Plus, I could search the YouTube transcript for Adrian and move on.
There you go.
Adrian, Pelt, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pay him all of it, right?
Whatever
so
the amount is. Yep.
And I'll thank him for coming by for the performance and for his fantastic work and for all of his efforts, and that I will miss him, his shop, and his work, and that I wish him well.
We'll appreciate it. He will give you a firm handshake as well.
Mine's decent. I don't have the strength that Doug has by any stretch of the imagination, but it's fine.
You can still give a solid handshake. Alrighty. And are you setting up the rest of your...
Yeah, I want to set it up because this is perfect because every time that Jocelyn's not here, I get to do this. So this is perfect.
This is true. It's the perfect time.
So I will say goodbye also to Fabian, just because. And unless there's anything that you want to roleplay with that, I'm fine with just.
Nah, he'd appreciate it, but he wouldn't make anything too special about it. He'd tell you that Doug showed up, and the offer stands for if he'll ever come back to join for Pancake Night or anything.
Oh yeah, awesome. That'd be lovely. I do, a good pancake is always nice. I'm a big fan of putting berries in them. And so...
Interesting. I normally go for nuts, but yeah.
Yeah, they can be fun. They can be alright. Oh, all right. Well, take care. And again, great work. I will miss you, your company, your exquisite work, your attitude, everything. It's been a pleasure. And then I'm gonna go to the library, and I'm gonna try to find Thicket if Thicket is still there.
Would Thicket end up being there in the afternoon, maybe? And you can say you are, and then not later if need be.
I don't know where Thicket would end up after buying the incense.
Sure, if you want Thicket to be there at the time, Thicket happens to be there at this particular moment.
Fine. Well, because the point is, I'm going to ask Thicket to cast, if he's willing, to cast Eagle Splendor on me. That's the enhanceability charisma one.
Sure, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to finagle something. And I want all the help I can get.
Okay, with Eagle Splendor, who are you talking to?
So I want to go talk to the Lord Lady Librarian, Sasha.
Okay.
First off, thank you for meeting with me. I do want it to be known that you have been given, as far as I understand it, sole credit for the success and victory from last night's exciting adventure.
Yes, the dancer had mentioned that due to extenuating circumstance, it would be rather suspicious if a performer was given credit for something that happened at the exact moment that they were performing.
Well, exactly. However,
so, in respect to that, I would like to give you all a reward, but we can swear that away later.
Well, it's so funny that you say that, because that's part of the reason why I'm here.
Oh.
So, you may know that I wanted to be a blessing to my friends, so I arranged something to provide a ranged attack weapon, a fantastic bow, made by one of the best crafters I've ever seen, honestly. And then was enhanced the greatest magic enhancement folk I have ever met. So
Veteran's quite skilled. He came to ask me for some advice for it. How did the bow turn out?
delightful. I can't wait to go talk to him about it, actually. But I needed to talk to you first because I'm doing the same thing again, this time with armor, because my other friend, Gambit, while Doug had a problem making good ranged attacks, Gambit has a problem not being hit and going unconscious. So I wanted to enhance armor. And so when we went to go take out the Thieves Guild, right, the mercenaries, whatever, we were also beset upon by a group of Displacer Beasts. Well, through a little bit of luck and some work, we were able to skin a hide, and I brought it to the same crafter's brother, who actually is a leather worker, and he was able to properly, work the leather. It's fine. He's going to actually make it into a suit. And I already got Gambit's measurements, and I don't think that Gambit saw this, so that's fantastic. Because credit's not the biggest thing, especially like if it's not for like a performance. But if there's can always be some other way, that's more beneficial. So anyway, I say all that to say I would like to do this again, have this very good quality item enhanced by your subordinate, your very fantastic enchanter. And I have items to give, just like I did before. But instead of me paying it, because I would not be here, because we're leaving in the morning to go with the merchants and head west, for that to be covered. Furthermore, I would like to arrange something with you to maybe make it so that I could either, pick it up, or you could teleport to me, or something, and then we can just, it can be presented to Gambit, and then it'd be like, oh, thank you, how do you do? A handshake, high five, whatever, elbow nudge, whatever, what suits you. That I would like that for my reward. I don't need anything else if the price of it can be covered and the delivery can be covered. And I have worked out something with Adrian in order to be able to make that happen. Basically, I'll give a signed writ saying, from Grand Evenstar, thank you again for the excellent work on the armor, and so on and so forth, and then a passphrase, effectively, no reward without risk. So, yeah, that is what I would like to do.
He is smiling the whole time you're talking, by the way.
So, good. Because he's, very hyper and excited about this, because obviously, he's the kind of person who just, that's his whole thing, is, trying to do things for people he cares about. But so if that works, fantastic. Also, I think it may or may not have talked to you about this, but there was a flower waiting for us in our room, and because Thicket collects flowers from wherever we go, I assumed it was for him. But we asked the Lady Grace Livonia, and she didn't do it. So I thought maybe you did. But if not, maybe you need to use alchemical process, find out if there's anything wrong or cursed or whatever, or detect magic or what have you, to identify this flower to make sure that there's nothing untowards about it. And so that would be
potentially retconnable moment. Yes, Thicket and I spoke about it earlier.
Fantastic.
I'm sure he can fill you in.
All right, delightful. Then, yeah. So
I don't think Thicket would have brought it up without anyone there with him.
Potential retconnable moment.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. If it comes up next week, y'all two can ask, or Thicket can be nearby, and y'all can talk about it. Yada, yada. Or she can tell you in the second half of this conversation later on.
That's fine. I could just as easily have been like, oh, and after, thank you for casting this on me. But also, did you talk to her about the rose? It'd be something like that.
But
Yeah,
yes,
we'll figure it out. Somehow, next session we'll talk about it.
Cool. So, does that sound agreeable? Can that work out?
Make sure I understand. Instead of a reward, you would like to have Katrian enchant this armor with the specifications you've given me, presuming you give her a list of the items you're giving and the item that you'd like her to make that we talked about, which we'll probably re-specify during the week.
Yeah.
With these specifications, and then send it to you by carrier, or if I can find some method to magically transport it.
Yeah, I don't know that I would trust a carrier with something as exquisite as Adrian has made and as exquisite as your enchanter would make. So unless you trusted them with your life sort of thing, I don't know that I would trust that. But yes, if you or one of your subordinates, who knows, maybe even Maverick, you could send him, right? It'd be great. Oh, great to see you, Maverick. Fantastic.
Where will you be? Or will I need to cast Sending to figure out where you are at the time?
Sending's probably the best idea, but we are heading towards Vacuo.
How long do you plan to be there?
As of right now, we're not certain. There's a couple things going on. We have a few irons in the fire. We're trying to do some other things. Which reminds me, do we need to worry about staying to help you remove this other person, or have you got that all sorted? You know what you're gonna
I
do
already
about?
did that last night.
Oh, delightful.
When he came back from the performance, he was greeted by me and several guards. It didn't go well for him.
Oh, well done.
We're rather efficient.
Fantastic.
Especially when someone tries to set Grim on my town.
Nice, very nice. Right, so yes, yes, you have the right of it.
I guess I will cast Sending to specify where you are at the time, and we'll figure out exactly how to transport this to you.
Perfect.
You will
perfect.
all take care of getting the book I requested from Simeon.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a problem.
Good. It's still like that.
It's one book. I mean, if it belongs to you anyway, it's not really your fault that you don't have it right now, as far as I know.
Sure. As long as it gets back here.
Is there more to that story? Should I sit
Not
down?
that I'd like to tell.
Well, fair enough, I suppose.
No, I think that all sounds rather agreeable.
Fantastic.
If you'd like to make a charisma check, you can, or a
Yeah, it's
persuasion check.
Like,
It's
you
not
know,
forthcoming
how
with
much is
anything.
willing? It's like, how much is she willing to, how much effort is she willing to put in to help me get this to
Yeah.
Gambit as quickly and efficiently as possible? I will use. Hold on.
You did say you wanted this fast, or just at Ketrian's convenience. I would likely help him with it. Especially during new items that haven't been created before, such as this, as she waves the instructions. He tends to need a little bit of help. He still needs to get his creativity down.
No, that's perfect. Yeah. No. Take as much time as you need to do a fantastic job. Right. And then once it's ready, no time at all, please get it to me.
I understand. Make a persuasion check.
Let's go.
I think those terms are entirely fair. Yes, leave the ingredients here, and based on the recipe you've given, there shouldn't be too many more ingredients necessary, but given the services you've performed for the town, I think it's more than fair for us to cover the costs that may arise.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I knew you were the right lady for the job. I appreciate all that you've done, and I'm glad that we could help you to protect your town. You did a fantastic job repairing that wall, by the way. That was delightful. Sorry I couldn't stay, but I really need to get back. So.
From the sounds of it, yes, you had an interesting person in your audience.
Yeah. Not really sure how I feel about that, to be honest with you. But
I wouldn't worry too much about Priya.
Well, I'll take your word for it. I wasn't smoted, so I suppose that's good, right?
Yes, she likes the arts from what I understand, though I've never met her myself.
Well, all right, thank you. And he'll depart after writing out everything, and I'll just send that to you. But that's all. I just really do that while
Well,
Jocelyn was.
Jason's not here. Fair enough. All right, and unless anyone else has anything that we want to do tonight, that's where we will probably end for the evening, and we'll pick up anything you'll need to do next session before you'll leave. Okie dokie, we'll go ahead and end there, and it was nice to have you, YouTube, and everyone on Twitch. We appreciate you, and I hope you have a lovely night. Goodbye!
Good night.